Hello. What is going on, y'all? Guys, you're gonna watch me make my coffee again today, y'all. So sorry. It's gotta happen. Dude, what is going on with my iPad? What is wrong with my iPad, dude? Stage manager, turn it on. It's weird being this early. What's up, guys? What's up, Shawnee? I heard that 45 civilian boats have left Turkey to Gaza with a tanker. Whoa. What's going on, y'all? Chat, tap the screen. There's only like 200 taps on the screen. Let's get her done, y'all. Guys, I can't believe my iPad's neutering me. About to be done with work. Good for you. Good for you. Conservative Native American here. I've been wanting a wall since 1492 to keep in your invaders. Keep out the other indigenous people trying to come back. Makes sense. Hold on, y'all. Chat, tap the screen. We are going to do debates. If you're a Trump supporter, you want to debate, hop in the box. Come tell me why you like Trump. Come tell me why your brain's not good. Watching the Democrats squirm is amazingly satisfying. I think Trump is like the biggest squirmer ever. I bet playing poker with Trump is so easy. He's like the worst liar ever. Why are Democrats going lower and lower and lower? You're getting better with words, aren't you, MAGA? Democrats, what are they playing? Limbo? My thoughts about Muslims. They can believe whatever they want. Don't try to enforce religion into our laws. I don't think Muslims are really doing that. Pretty chill with Muslims. Let's talk about it face to face. I'm looking for debates, y'all. Just debates. If you're a Trump supporter and you want to debate, hop in the box. Come tell me why you like Trump. If you're not a Trump supporter, you better be tapping the screen. We're only at 1,500 likes. Let's get to 10K real quick. Come on now. Muslims are not a race, David. It's going good. What's up, Taylor? What's up, y'all? What's the newest on the flotilla? Did it come to a full-blown halt and then there's like a flotilla 2.0 now? Is that what I'm hearing? Hello?
Hello?
What's up? Are you a Trump supporter?
Yep.
And what do you like about Trump?
There's a good amount of things I like about him. It's mostly when I look at his policies, I was like, there's no way I'm voting for Kamala Harris.
You looked at his policies? Did you actually look at his policies? Because I don't think he had any policies.
Not just his policies, it was mostly his historical record when I was comparing Kamala's president or her administration that she was part of to Trump's first administration. I found a lot of stats that I just feel just don't line up with what people
What
say.
about the first part?
What was the first part?
I already forgot. I don't know. He didn't even have policies, right? Like his website, if you look at it right now, it still has what he wrote down. He lied. He said, I don't even know what Project 2025 is, but it sounds okay. Some parts of it bad, some parts are good. It turns out he's all about Project 2025. So he lied to y'all when y'all voted, and he also lied about tariffs being paid for by foreign countries. And he just literally had no economic plan on his website at all. He just like had this like, you know, 8th grade version of like, we're going to become energy independent, while Biden was already like the most energy independent president in 70 years. It was a bunch of nothing. It was, I don't know. I think it's politics for stupid people if you actually read it.
Yeah, I just feel like when I was like comparing who I was gonna vote for, I was looking at their historical records on like who had better like inflation and better like border encounters and better real median household income.
So these are things you could probably look at if Trump did something to help these things. He did nothing but like a tax cut when his first administration, and he was just riding the Obama economy. Honestly, he didn't really do anything besides give rich people tax cuts.
Well,
can you name a thing that gives him credit for all? Because if you read the website, Biden was nice enough to leave it up. Trump has deleted all of Biden's stuff on whitehouse.gov now, but Trump left up his like silly little thing of like achievements, presidential achievements. Not a single one of them were matched with like how he did it. Like he claimed low unemployment, didn't do anything for unemployment. Claimed low unemployment for black people and for Hispanics. Had no legislation that had anything to do with that. He just claimed all of these things. He didn't do any of that. And he's also, I mean, not to mention, he's just the most controversial person that walks the earth. He's a big shit talker. I don't think anybody takes him seriously.
Radstorm Crow super chatted $5. Beginning of Trump's first term. I have concepts of a health plan. I'll announce it in 2 weeks. Over 8 years later. Still no healthcare plan.
Yeah, he said he was going to pass infrastructure, didn't pass infrastructure bill. He said he was going to have Mexico build a wall, didn't get anywhere close to it. He stole money from the Department of Defense to build like 40 miles or 50 miles, but it was kind of a joke. He golfed like a fourth of his presidency. It's a fourth or a fifth of his entire presidency. He was mooching money off of the government and having us pay our tax dollars pay for his golf trips.
Okay.
$200 million worth of golf trips, actually.
Let's get into what the actual stats were. So
Sure, it's like 166 golf trips.
Let's get to the points I'm actually talking about that would influence why or why not I would vote for somebody. Trump had 8% inflation over his whole term total. Biden had 21.3% total inflation.
Yeah, but again, right? So like, what did Biden do to create 21% inflation? That's also a weird way to calculate it.
I don't really think it matters as a voter. I'm just looking at
it does matter. So like if somebody did something, what if Trump is the one who made the inflation in Biden's presidency? You just blindly look at whose face was present during the bad stuff?
I mean, people do that with pretty much every stat against
But
Trump.
you admit that's a bad way to do it?
No, not really. I think the president should be
you just want it that way for the sake of this argument? What if Trump is the one who made gas prices high during Biden's presidency? What would you say to that?
I would say that's Biden's fault.
How is it Biden's fault?
Yeah, because if it's under Biden's presidency, I think he should get the responsibility for it.
So Trump's responsible for COVID and 15% unemployment?
I mean, it happened under his administration.
So we should probably not go back to that, right?
Well, obviously, that was because of COVID, but that doesn't really.
Well, it was
change
under his
the point
administration.
I'm making.
Like, this is so silly. Like, this is, you're assigning blame when it's convenient for you. But Trump
was
literally
telling
made
you
a
the
2-year
stats.
deal with OPEC to reduce drilling overseas. That made our gas prices skyrocket for 2 years. It was a 2-year deal. And the Saudis wouldn't talk to us after that. So Biden couldn't fix that. The second that went away, gas prices plummeted.
Okay, I haven't even finished half of my stats yet.
Yeah, I
you
know,
guys
but
have-
we're going to go one by one. I don't want you to just go off with like a bunch of stats that Trump had nothing to do with.
Okay, so we talked about inflation. My
Mhm.
next point was border encounters.
Trump had he had a 50-year high border encounter at 2019. He had a border crisis in a part of the country where we even had a wall already. We
So
had the
let's
same
look at
border
border
laws in place the first 3 years of Trump's presidency. We had the same exact ones during Biden's entire presidency, just about. Biden took away Remain in Mexico because it was a humanitarian crisis, and Mexico said they'll never do it again. It was horrible. Trump is just a tyrant, and the COVID thing is what caused all of these people to migrate, especially after Trump fucked over Venezuela and then gave Venezuela, the country, temporary protective status hours before he left office so that Venezuelans flooded our border.
So, okay, so let's get onto the stat I was going to read. Trump has 3.1, he had a total of 3.1 million border encounters over his whole term. Biden had 10.3 million. That's
What does
over
it
a
mean when
3x
people are
increase.
encountered?
It means that people came to the border and they like apprehend them or they find them.
So Biden
Like,
had
they-
more people caught?
Yeah, he has more people caught.
Yeah. How do you stop people from coming all the way to the border besides being like a terrorist country?
You tell them that you're not welcome here.
Why are we doing that? Doesn't that hurt our economy?
If you want to argue it hurts the economy, I argue why should they get to be here whenever there's tons of people? There's plenty of people waiting in line to get in this country. We're going to let all the people that tried to skip the line take
That doesn't hurt
come
them
to
though.
get the citizenship.
There is no line. It's a lottery. So that's not even a thing. And
so all the
it
people
doesn't
who are
stop,
barely
it doesn't
waiting
slow
to
down the
be
process
selected
for
in
those
that
people to come in.
And if you're not vetting these people that are coming in, you can't.
If they're
10.3
stopped at the
million
border
people.
and we check out who they are, that's what we do. Yeah, we vet these people. 60% of them are people who are simply here from visa overstays. So they absolutely are vetted if they have a visa or had one. And there's actually just no crime that comes out of this. So for y'all to be paranoid and for us to hemorrhage money like this is insane. This is the same rhetoric that most fascists use to get elected. They just make you really scared about national security and migration. They point to these other people and say, these are the reasons, this is the reason you get problems. The economy is bad because of these people. The crime is bad because of these people. And we look at the stats and that's not true. So we can't really justify all the shits Trump's doing. He's just spending a ton of money to look like a badass and do this political theater for y'all. Kick everyone out of the country. Have a little secret police bigger than any other country's military in the world besides China, running around snatching people.
Okay, well, maybe if Biden would have had a little better record on the border, he might have had.
He did. He had a better record than Trump. He deported people at a higher rate.
3 million people that tried to cross that were encountered.
Yeah, but he
at the
stopped them,
border.
right? He had a higher deportation rate. So if people
That's
tried to
just normal.
come, he can't stop that. But when they tried to and he caught them, he said, hey, do you belong
You
here?
can stop
And if
them
he
trying
didn't,
to come.
he kicked them out.
What are Trump's border encounters of this year?
I don't see why border encounter being down is a flex. It's not a flex. It means the economy's hurting. It also fucks up tourism. We're down like 11% on tourism because Trump is doing things and fucking with people's humanitarian rights.
Okay, if you let's move on to the next point and look at real median household income.
Yeah. So again, we can't control inflation when the whole world shuts down because of a pandemic, and we have supply chain shortages, and there's $52 trillion supply chain we're a part of, and some of those people just die. Things get expensive.
So
So
your logic is just let's just ignore stats because stats don't really
we're not
matter.
we're not ignoring anything. There's nuance, right? And there's context. So I mean, you're trying to do this as
Your whole
blindly as
argument is
possible.
just
You're
in the
trying to remove
nuance.
as much context as possible to be correct, and it's bad faith.
Okay, Trump had plus 8.22%. If I'm looking at this as a viewer who's just reading the stats, obviously why would I vote for somebody that only increased the real median household income by 2.64%?
Because we
That's
obviously went through a pandemic, and it's not exactly a good benchmark for how effective your economic policy is when there's a worldwide pandemic, buddy. That's why.
He had 3 years to recover from that pandemic, and Trump was also in the office for a year, and he still had plus 8.22%.
Yeah, how long do you think it takes the world to recover from a pandemic, bro? Some countries still have 15 to 20% inflation because of it.
You think it would have went
We had the
below
fastest recovery out of any G7 nation. Biden did that. If you want to benchmark and look at like who performed best during COVID, that's probably the best way to do it. Not just who had the best numbers during fair weather, because that's silly. You just look at things like, hey, this bad thing happened. What made that happen? Instead of just like pointing arbitrarily to the president, be like, that guy's bad because my dog died or some random shit. You can say, oh, this policy made inflation happen or gas prices happen or all these things. That's all we have to do. We don't just arbitrarily read off stats like they're NBA players in a season.
I've seen people do that a lot, and a lot of times people will just say stuff, even whenever I say
I just look at legislation. I just look at legislation. Hey, this piece of legislation did this. Here's the effects of that.
And then people act like Kamala was this person that never compromised on her values. Whenever she had, I can list 4 things right off the top of my head that are.
I promise you, she has more of a backbone than Trump. Remember the Ukraine? He's already turned around and funded Ukraine. He promised gas prices were going to go, or everything was going to go down. He put taxes on everything instead. Said he was going to end the war in one day. Hasn't done that. Funded every war, bombed everybody, threatened Greenland, threatened the Panama Canal, threatened all sorts of countries, and then asked for their help afterwards. And they were like, "Fuck you." NATO has stopped buying weapons from us collectively because we're warmongers on the world stage. That's why Trump probably folded and started funding Ukraine. Like everybody hates us right now. We've tariffed the whole world.
How is that? How is Kamala going to be better?
Kamala would have acted a little more rashly. Like, so when somebody who owns a company speaks out and says, hey, Trump, I don't like your tariff idea. I'm going to move out of the country. And Trump personally attacks them using the federal government and is like, hey, I'm gonna tariff you 100%. Kamala wouldn't do that. She doesn't do stuff like that. She's cool, calm, and collective. She doesn't lash out at people. She doesn't say extremely harmful rhetoric that we have to digest as a society that creates like white supremacy and, you know, gives them the opportunity to go mask off all the way. He just says horrible lies, the things like Tylenol. She could have just literally not done that. RFK, all of his appointees, they're all problematic. They're all horrible appointees. His whole cabinet. I mean, like, it's really not hard to be better than like the most corrupt president in the nation's history. It's really not that hard. She would have, she called it too. She's like, oh, we're going to be in a recession by the middle of next year. The second we hand over Trump the economy, he fucks it up. Like the stock market dives, inflation's up now, unemployment's up. He is fucking things up at a faster rate than I have ever thought possible. And you're like, what could Kamala have done? I don't know. She could have given us a tax break and not her rich friends. That's what she was going to do.
Kamala just didn't seem genuine in the way that she is, like.
You think Trump is genuine? The guy who cheated on all of his wives?
That Trump is genuine. That wasn't a criteria for me to vote for him. My criteria.
Then why are you giving double standards? You're like, I don't care if Trump's not genuine, but Kamala, if she's a little bit not genuine, deal breaker.
Why are you giving double standards if you're saying Trump isn't genuine and then I try to point out why Kamala isn't genuine? You're getting mad about it.
I think Kamala is like on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the most genuine person ever, like my grandma or something, and 10 being, I don't know, the devil. I think Kamala is a 1. I think Trump is a 13.
Okay, well then let me make some points on why I think Kamala isn't genuine.
Go for it.
Okay, in 2020, she supported Medicare for all. 2024, whenever she had to run, she no longer backs Medicare for all and instead wanted to expand Medicare benefits.
Okay.
So she had this belief that
Medicare for all, that takes a very large vote. I don't know what kind of majority you think we've ever had, but we'll never get that. The minor fixes and changes to the ACA is much more plausible. Trump literally used to be Democrat. He used to be pro-life. He used to, I mean, all the way. He's literally written a $5,000 check to Kamala before.
Yeah, I don't see what that has
So
to do
that's it.
with
He's the biggest
anything
flip-flopper of
running
all.
on party
You can
lines.
literally just say anything Kamala says, and I can tell you Trump used to back it, and now he doesn't. He's the biggest flip-flopper of all time.
I think a lot of Trump's core beliefs on a lot of the issues like protectionism and stuff, I don't think he's flipped on any of those.
Okay, he has. We can talk about H-1B1 visas. We can talk about all sorts of stuff.
I feel like the $100,000 H-1B visa fee is a protectionist policy.
It's actually really bad because I think it was just to hurt Evelyn. We don't have enough people graduating from colleges and getting those degrees that those specialists like engineers and stuff are filling from other countries, and we're basically becoming a brain drain. So it is bad.
So should we focus on making more workers in America that we raise and educate ourselves, or should we just
Yeah,
import
I
them
think
all?
we should, instead of deporting all of these people. Yeah, I think we should.
Okay, what about her policies on immigration? In 2020, she supported decriminalizing illegal crossings.
Okay.
2024, she opposes decriminalization, supports stricter enforcement.
Okay. So there's probably some nuance to that, but what the constituents want, right? What they're yelling at, she probably says, "Okay, I'm down. I'm down for that. That's what I hear you, and I want to do that for you." That's probably. This is my birthday gift to me, Neely. Thank you for the kick. Thank you for the $40 for the kick. I'm going to read the rest of it. I hate this guest with a fiery passion. Thank you so much, Neely. I don't know. Then again, you can keep naming things Kamala has been for or against, but Trump has literally been for all of those things and now is against all of those things. So he's 100% a flip-flopper, while you can look at a handful of things that Kamala might have flip-flopped on. But I think she's genuine, and I think that she's offered very pragmatic policy that would pass, that both sides could probably agree on. Such as when we did the Inflation Reduction Act, we put in more fracking. We put more fracking in there. That's us making concessions. It's called being bipartisan. Kamala had no policy. She had an 84-page PDF of policies, and it was gorgeous. It literally just said her policies. Trump has no policies written on his website. Still has nothing. It's embarrassing. Every time I've pulled this up, I can tell nobody's actually read Trump's policies. And you guys have gone 3 elections without actually caring about policy. Asked no questions. Trump has had no policy, actual plans at all. Concepts of plans, but no actual written down plans. Besides Project 2025, which he denies he has anything to do with. Hello? What's up, Rich Poor? I think he's just watching me. Kamala ran on "Let's kill babies." Let's give people freedoms. I thought this was America. Let's give people freedom to have control of their own bodies. It's pretty wild. We let you Christians chop all of the little kids' ding dongs. Least you could do is let women have control of their own bodies. Today, he said he knew all about Project 2025. Perfect. I approve of what Dem's doing with shutting down the government. Yeah, don't even pretend to cry, MAGA. You guys have fired hundreds of thousands of people from the federal government. Spare me. Spare me.
Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. I was disconnected.
It's okay.
Yeah, I won't be too long. I just need to know, how do you feel about the Democratic Party not wanting to come to a negotiation and the government shut down because they were selfish?
I think Republicans are the last ones wanting to negotiate. They're not interested in doing bipartisan anything, right?
Yeah, the pickles. No, but you're slightly wrong, because I will fault the Republicans somewhat, but the Democrats are the reason why the government shut down. They couldn't come to an agreement. You do realize that, right?
I understand that it has to do with the Senate and they need 10 votes from us, but I don't know. Like, you guys do have to govern, and MAGA can't govern. I heard Destiny say this once, and it makes total sense. MAGA can't govern. It's all bureaucratic. Trump has to do all of his shit from the top down with executive order and all that stuff. So most of the stuff y'all do try to pass, it's bad. Nobody wants it. Nobody's asked for any of the stuff that y'all passed. But I can definitely get behind the Medicare and the healthcare expenses they're trying to save us. That sounds cool. That's cool with me.
Yeah.
Fight for it. Everybody is mad at Democrats for not doing something. They're finally doing something. So we're excited.
Okay, but it takes two to tango. Okay, I see what you're saying, but look at what the end result of that is. There's no progress because of that. So now we're just sitting here with our dicks in our hand, waiting, not knowing what's going to happen next. You know what I mean? We all suffer because of this.
It's almost as if Trump is going to have to make some concessions and be a good leader.
Yeah, but he already tried to. He already tried to make a few concessions, and it wasn't good enough.
No, he's just demonizing us on the internet and on HUD.gov.
Right. Okay. But even if I grant that, my last question, because I didn't take my medicine today, so I can't do this back and forth long-term conversation. It's gonna be fast, but I didn't take my medicine. But where do you see this going? What is the end result? We all lose because of this, Pickles. We all lose.
I'm doing okay. Are you doing okay?
Yeah, at the moment, but I'm saying the long-term goal, like, this isn't good for long-term, is basically what I'm saying.
Yeah, you guys fired hundreds of thousands of people from the federal government, so I don't know. I'm kind of numb to it. I don't care.
Fair enough. I guess. Okay, we'll just agree to disagree on this one. We'll agree to disagree. We'll agree to disagree on this one, because this is it's a fresh topic, so we'll see how it unfolds. So.
All right, Bob.
But yeah, that's all I got for today. But I do appreciate it. Fair enough.
No problem. And it's true, most federal workers voted for Trump. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Doing good. Are you a Trump supporter?
Oh, wait, are you only debating Trump supporters?
I am.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not a Trump supporter. You have a great, beautiful day.
You too. Chat, if you're a Trump supporter and you want to debate, hop in the box. Why do you come up angry before you even spoke? You're talking about poor? Rich poor? We're cool. Him and I are cool. With you on not caring, yeah. Yeah. He's naturally at like 7,000 RPMs. He wakes up like that, just screaming. He wakes up, he's like, ah! It's just Rich. Fed worker here. I don't care either. W. Guys, tap the screen. Let's send this out to more people. We're almost at 20K. We're gonna have a long night ahead of us if we don't get. I want to get like 1,000 people in here at least. That'd be nice. That'd be beautiful. I am talking about Rich 4, yeah. Chat, also, there's a Cash App Venmo in the bio. If you guys are trying to support the stream, that's one of the best ways to do it. And I'll read your message. Also on YouTube, if you want your message read aloud to the stream and to my guests, you can always super chat on YouTube. It has to be over $5. And if you spam it, I'll mute you. You want numbers? What's up, Oslo? How did my t-shirt merch go? I sent somebody the images and waiting to hear back. What's up, Sweet Pea? What's up, Maureen? Tap the screen, y'all. Thank you for 20K. Thank you, guys. Keep going, keep going. I can see now who taps how much. Watch this. I'm going to call y'all out. I'm going to call you out. No, it's not on this account. Dang, it's on my other account, but it's not on this account. Damn. It's on my other. You guys better watch out. When I'm on Dark Pickles, I can see that shit. Sneak tabbing. Is it just a setting? I think my my other account is like opted into some beta features because I'm a beta boy. I'm tapping at stoplights. Morgan Joe. I'm the #1 tapper. We've heard about you also. Bring Dark Pickles up as guests. Doesn't that bring in more viewers? It could. Let's try. I tap like crazy. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Shopping while flying down 820. Be careful, y'all. Be careful. Guys, I won't lie. I have my handheld device out, and I'm smacking trees in Final Fantasy while we chill. Just got leveling up botanist. I'm allergic to tapping. Use protection. What happened to fishing? We'll get around to fishing. Final Fantasy 14. Tapping bigly. Tapping bigly. I'm farming alligator pears with an axe. I'm slapping trees right now. I want to see when you get a mansion. We get one in about a month. Always practice safe tapping. That's why I'm music. Yeah. You didn't play 11 or 14? 11 is insanely grindy. 14's a little better. 14's way better. It's better than WoW. Objectively better. Categorically better. That's right, y'all. Use a dental dam or something. Tap safely. You've never... I said, wow, look at those taps. I'm not taking a cinematography. Chill, chill. Okay. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you. Thank you for the follow, Stardark. Guys, if you enjoy debates, give me a follow. Should we see about turning on the YouTube phone? It's been a minute since we've done the YouTube phone. Thank you for the follow, Stardark. Kirk was a jerk. Sorry, I'm catching up on YouTube chat. Tylenol tariff. Chat, if he tariffs Tylenol, we're gonna see a stampede like no one's ever seen. We're gonna see CVS looking like a war zone. Did you see Trump is meeting with Russ Vought today? I mean, he's in his administration. I'd hope he meets with them all the time. Oh, about Project 2025. He's going to be like, by the way, guys, it turns out Project 25 was really cool. We're going to do it. Oh, by the way, we're already done with it. Everybody's asking me, where is Project 2025? They love it. They wanted more, so we're doing more of it. In fact, we're done. Halfway. Xbox is done. They want insane $30 a month. 1.4. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for the likes. Thank you, Christine. Why are you supporting TikTok since Trump drones bought it? I have to survive. There's almost no way to do capitalism correctly. So we're stuck with what we got. Why are you driving on the roads that Democrats paid for? Why are you using the infrastructure that was paid for by 70% all Democrats in this country? Why are you using it? They haven't said anything about the TikTok buyout until they do its BS. There was a really good TikTok I favorited that I need to watch again, but this lady actually spells out how it was like just a heist from the Republicans and from Cisco. Tim's Artist. I think factually, the right is 70% of all domestic terrorism. Helped you with that. Why aren't the Dems impeaching Trump? But we need votes to impeach Trump. We've already tried. Al Green did articles of impeachment a while back. We don't have enough votes to get anywhere with it. What do I think about DACA and Dreamers? I think that we should help people who are underage in this country that would have nowhere to go if we were to just deport them. I think it's a no-brainer. Why don't you take blame for inciting violence? I actually do what I can to be the most civil debater and actually have constructive, long conversations with my my opponents. And I don't have any beliefs outside of just treat everybody respectfully. We should house and feed people. That's not very radical. I think the beliefs that start violence are more like great replacement theory, things like saying trans people are inherently dangerous and world-class assassins, while at the same time kicking them out of the military and othering them, othering immigrants. All these things lead to violence in history. We've seen that too. It's just a no-brainer. Tell us how much George Soros is paying you. And that's the other thing Trump has done. He's said and perpetuated so much like anti-government rhetoric over the past 10 years that you can't possibly fathom how somebody could be on the other side of politics. And by you insinuating I get paid by Soros would say that I guess I'm a MAGA undercover, secretly taking payments and spouting beliefs I don't believe in. It's kind of fucking stupid. Yeah, it's anti-Semitic too. We'll turn on the Google number now, guys. One sec. Soros is gonna be running on money soon. Yeah, like isn't Elon Musk the actual real life Soros like out in the open, and you guys still love him? All right. Dude. All right. The phone number's up. You guys are welcome to call in. Where is my VTuber? Trump has 15 Soros in his cabinet. Guys, the phone number's right here if you guys want to call in. You don't see it on TikTok. You don't see it on TikTok on purpose. Bro, just leak numbers for the list. Dude, I'm sorry. If I could minimize that window, I would. Thank you for all the likes, Kuan Hunks, MAGA support hotline. Yeah, we're here for you, MAGA. If you want to talk. Somebody in YouTube just said that they want to call in. They say Soros, you say, but the thing is, we actually have record of Elon donating $250 million to Trump's campaign. It was like the majority in the open, and then came in and started gutting the government, holding hands with Trump. Trump said, here you go. Here's a chainsaw. Did we ever have somebody like Soros? Like who's our Elon that actually comes out and does that? What was the number for? Sorry, I've been running. No, this is just a phone number for people they're able to call in. They're able to call in and we can debate with people on YouTube. Oh, thank you, Millie. There's a lot of yappers on YouTube, but nobody willing to actually debate. There's somebody, Grim Lore. He said, where's the number? It's right here, bud. Yellow, is this a Trump supporter? Yellow. Eh. Oh, you know what? I might need to fix my settings. Microphone, chat mic. Boom. There we go. Hey, try calling again, bro. Try calling again. Do you think you're shadow banned? I don't know. I've had a sketchy few weeks with inconsistent streams. That might be it. Am I gonna bring Dark Pickles up? Yeah, I should. This is whack. Yellow. Hello, is this a Trump supporter? Hello? Okay. All right. Y'all left the number to talk. I call in. It hangs up on me. Is that you? I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you walk around and answering your phone call. Do I gotta say something? Yes. You do have to say something when you call in. So if you're shadow banned, Grim, are you a boomer? What the fuck? It can be one-sided call. It usually is. Does anybody does anyone want to test the phone number out real quick? I don't want people on my TikTok to see the phone number. I want them to use TikTok to talk to me. Thanks, Dak. Yo. Hello?
Yeah, hello?
Can you hear me?
If you're talking, I don't hear anything at all. It's dead silent right now.
That's good to know. That's good to know. Okay.
Hmm. Hmm. Can you guys in the chat hear me?
All right, can you hear me now?
Oh yeah, it's better now. There we go.
Okay, got it. All right, I fixed
All right,
it.
cool.
Thanks, bro. There we go. There we go. Streaming's tricky, y'all. Hello, is this a Trump supporter?
Nope, just testing for you.
Oh, I appreciate you. Thank you. Guys, the phone line's open now. I'm Chinzy. Okay. The phone line works. Why am I shadow banned? What do you mean shadow banned? In my chat? My YouTube is the same thing. The Trump and JE statue is back up? I thought they broke it, tearing it down. Did they get a new one? That is too funny. Hello?
Hello, hello, hello.
What's up, are you a Trump supporter?
Hell yeah, baby. I love Donald Trump.
What do you like about Trump?
About he spreads his religion around. He's awesome.
His religion?
Yep.
His cult?
No.
What religion is Trump?
His Presbyterian religion, man.
Is that
Average
the one where you
Protestant.
cheat on all your wives
No.
and you
That's
take money away from poor people?
No, that's Mormonism.
Yeah. Doesn't sound like, it sounds like, I don't think Trump's Mormon though.
Yeah, he isn't. He's Presbyterian.
I don't think he's anything. He sells Bibles with his name on it, which is against the Bible, isn't it?
I mean, his mom is Presbyterian, so it doesn't really matter.
No, my mom is something too, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, what'd you say?
My mom is something too, but it doesn't make me that religion.
I mean, his Bible is Presbyterian. You can look it up.
Yeah, I know. Are you supposed to be putting your name on the front of a Bible and selling it?
No.
That's what he did.
Yeah, I know.
Did he not read the Bible and figure that out before he did that?
He probably did because he quotes the Bible sometimes, you know.
He was asked to quote the Bible and he couldn't say anything.
What'd you say?
He was asked to quote the Bible and he didn't have a favorite verse. He couldn't say anything.
What time?
Pull it up.
Yeah, I'm asking you to, yeah. Did you see the video that said that the most famous person is Jesus Christ or whatever?
Sure.
Some people are surprised that you say that. I'm wondering what one or two of your most favored Bible verses are and why.
I wouldn't want to get into it because to me that's very personal. You know, when I talk about the Bible, it's very personal, so I don't want to get into verses. I don't want to get into.
It's so personal that he wants to enforce it on the country.
To you that you think about or cite,
the Bible means a lot to me, but I don't want to get into specifics.
even to cite a verse that
no,
you like.
I don't want to do that. Old Testament guy or New Testament? Probably.
What a fucking liar, man!
The whole Bible is an incredible.
That's weird.
I mean, I'm not Muslim, but I have a favorite Quran verse. And I don't say it out loud.
Okay, but if somebody on live TV asked you so that Christians believe that you were actually Christian or Muslims believe you were actually Muslim, you would cite that verse. But we all know he said his favorite book is the Bible, but he doesn't know any verses. We never see him go to church, ever. He's gotten a few like photo ops at church, but he doesn't go to church on weekends. He goes golfing. Do you think maybe he's pushing people away from religion by putting a really bad name?
I think he's going into religion.
I think that I've never been more turned away from religion than now after seeing Trump and the way he acts and treats people and the way he speaks to people, the way he lies to us, and it has us fight over things for years and months at a time that he knows are lies.
Wait, but why? How does that push you away from religion? That doesn't make any sense.
Because if Christianity it makes you like that, I don't want anything to do with it.
Well, it depends what type of denomination, man.
No, it doesn't. There's shitty ones in all of Christianity, but Trump doesn't have. Nobody looks at Trump and goes, "Oh, that's just Presbyterians." So Christianity's still cool.
Yeah, I mean, what's wrong with Presbyterian people?
I think all Christianity is stupid, but that's just
Why?
me. I think it's fucking superstitious, and it goes against all we know about science and the history of Earth.
What? How?
Was there a global flood?
Yeah.
Okay, there's no scientific evidence of this at all.
There's photos.
There's photos of a flood that happened before we had the camera.
No, like they found the information.
They found the what?
The information.
Of?
They found. You could look it up. They found the Noah's Ark thing, or whatever.
No, they didn't. You're talking about a mountain in Syria, and that is just simply the shape of a boat.
Yeah,
but we've already.
And then they did a
it's
fucking
debunked.
replica of it. Then they did a fucking replica of it.
Okay, we still have no evidence of a flood. You just have a mountain range in the shape of a boat.
Oh, well, there's no problem with it though.
Okay, how many different species of spiders are there? Can you tell me?
Oh, I don't fucking know. What the fuck?
How did they get all the different species of spiders on that boat without killing everybody?
I don't fucking know. You think I was in the fucking ancient times?
Yeah, exactly. See how this really falls apart? It sounds stupid.
But how did science know there wasn't a flood boat? Huh?
Because we can look at the archaeology, we can look at rocks and trees and see that 2,000 years ago there was no flood of any kind that covered the whole Earth. There were some local ones, but there's no evidence. Where would all the water go after that? We also have the Grand Canyon. We can see where there are fossil records that don't mix. You would see fossils that float to the top and change. When you dig down far enough, they don't do that. They're all perfectly layered as if they were there for timelines and millions and hundreds of thousands of years, just like we predict with science. And the Bible is just like way wrong in every way. It's very obvious.
What about Jesus?
Jesus could have existed. I don't think anybody did zombie stuff and came back to life. That's kind of wild.
He existed? Do you think he existed?
Sure. I don't care if he existed or not.
The eyewitnesses, man.
There are no eyewitnesses. The people that wrote the New Testament were all anonymous. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. There were no eyewitness accounts. It was 50 or 100 years after this all happened. There's no eyewitness accounts.
But what about the church fathers, man?
I don't know. There's a lot of fucking crazy people all the time, all over the place that say crazy shit. I don't care what some old dumb fucking people in sandals wrote in the middle of the desert 2,000 years ago. I want to focus on like the science we have today. It's way more compelling.
You know how Plato had students?
Sure.
Paul had students too.
Cool. So did Charles Manson.
So what about it? There's no difference, man.
Yeah, I know. Cults are everywhere. L Bible W sandals. His posts are so bad. Okay. Yeah, he got removed. He's got deportation. Deported. No due process. Lo siento. Adios. Hasta luego. He said himself he's not a Christian. Yeah, I know. I used to have it on recording.
You can't handle the truth. Since I love you, Christians, I'm not Christian.
There it is.
Since I love you, Christians, I'm not Christian.
I'm not Christian. Dude, have you guys seen Bad Bunny on Facebook? Everyone is crying so hard about him being in the Super Bowl. Oh, it's so glorious. It's so glorious. Facebook is just a mess right now. I bet my grandpa's doing fucking barrel rolls in his grave. His name is Bad Bunny? Hello?
Hello, Ilan.
Hello, are you a Trump supporter?
Trump is your president and we are in wartime. And you bright socks. Oh dear. Why?
Huh.
We are in wartime. Fair tomorrow we do 500 million of victims. For me, it's not a good idea, yours.
It's not a good idea. What? What's
You
not a good idea?
understand the gravity of the situation on this planet now?
The gravity of the situation of what?
Perhaps, as sure, we do 500 million of died in China, Korea, and you smile.
Dude,
Why?
I really hate the fact that I can't understand. There's a little bit of language barrier, and I only speak one language. So props to you for being able to speak more than one language. But I can't.
You understand.
I can barely understand you. Does anybody know what he's saying? Democrats. Does anybody else want to say what he's saying?
If you don't attack
Oh,
Korea
500 million
now,
died in China and Korea.
if you don't attack China and Korea now, maximum 10 years, we are all dead.
Oh, you're saying if we don't attack China and Korea right now, we're all going to die?
Yes.
Why do you say that?
Because one destroyed you and me.
Or we just become part of the Chinese empire and we are all...
For me, Chinese eat berats and...
there would be no homelessness. It'd be fantastic.
In China, work for free. And,
that's not true.
Eat rats and bats. So diet we all grandfathers and grandmothers with virus because Chinese are dirty. And why North Korea want 1,000 of bomb each for next 10 years for you?
Guys, I try to be as respectful as I know how to be, but I just can't understand him. Yellow?
Pickles.
What's up? Are you a Trump supporter? Have we talked?
Yeah, a couple times.
What's up?
No, just checking in with you. I've been busy with work, so I haven't been able to call in.
What do you want to talk about?
I don't know what's been going on in the live. I mean, what was your opinion on Kirk and the response online?
I think Kirk was a bad person. I wasn't really moved by
Why primarily,
his death.
if you don't mind me asking?
I think he was a Christian and white nationalist, and he said a lot of homophobic, sexist, misogynist, horrible ideas to young children.
I definitely Christian, definitely white nationalist. I guess I struggle with. So I'm a little older than you guys, and sometimes I struggle with seeing how that is a terrible thing necessarily.
That's why Kirk is bad, because he went around normalizing it with a nice little smile on his face, wrapped around with Christianity, with the Bible. That's why, because he made it palpable for y'all. So this is the pipeline that I usually see is people move on from Charlie Kirk and now they're Nick Fuentes fans, and they're extremely like white supremacists, mask off, straight up Nazi, some of them. But that's why I think he's very problematic when he says things like Democrats want to make the nation less white. For that to mean anything to anybody is terrifying to me. That's disgusting. I mean,
so
you couldn't pay me enough money. You couldn't pay me millions to say that.
Could we dig into that a little bit? Because number one, I 100% agree with you. The second that Charlie Kirk died, Nick Fuentes being a smart guy, right? He said the exact right things on his live stream. And within, 2 weeks, he was on PBD's podcast and exposed to 5 million people, right? So I totally understand where you're coming from with that.
There was a point in time where they literally were coming out and saying, Charlie Kirk, just say you hate black people. Like Nick Fuentes was like, just come out and say it. White race is superior race. So I think he was, the gateway drug to white supremacy. And he went around specifically to 17, 18-year-old kids. And, it's like Mike Tyson getting in the ring with like a 13-year-old. It's cool if you clip it on YouTube in certain ways, but if you really look at it, it's a shame.
Can I say something really unpopular? And it may seem like it may seem callous, but I don't mean it. I don't mean to be callous or malicious or anything. So when I see young white men now, I see men especially that for the first time are experiencing a fraction of a percentage of what minorities have faced in this country for a very, very, very long time. Does that make sense?
They're experiencing what?
Being knocked down a peg in our society's hierarchy.
If we look at the White House, if we look at the Congress, if we look at literally like almost every corporation CEO here in America, besides like very few, it's literally just all white dudes.
I'm not saying it's true. That's not what I'm saying. It's true. But what I'm saying is the perception to them is as if they for some reason feel like they're being attacked, and I don't think it's based on their race. I think maybe because it's socioeconomically, I think that the country is going in the wrong direction. So
this is what they want you to think. So this is also very like a tip of the iceberg of white supremacist stuff. It's called white fragility. It's called being a race traitor. So while they can say this very lightly and tastefully, that's what it looks like. What starts coming out is that equal rights feels like oppression to white people.
That's honestly, you articulated exactly what I meant to say, but I couldn't quite get it out. So thank you. That's exactly what that is literally what I was saying. So with that being said, right, or white fragility or whatever the phrase was that you used. So for the first time in their lives, they're feeling what others have felt, or air quotes others have felt forever.
Yeah.
And it makes them mad, right?
Maybe I feel like they're being told to be mad. I think that most of us, like, if someone walked up to me on the street and said, "You're a cracker,"
right,
I wouldn't give a flying fuck. If I was a black person and someone called me the N-word, I would have every right to be very upset because of the history of the dynamic between the two races in this country. You can't say that, but there's absolutely nothing you could say to an oppressing class that should be offensive or can be offensive in any way. Like, fuck you, white person. I think you can say that as a CEO of Starbucks and get away with it.
I don't necessarily disagree with that. I don't necessarily disagree, but I think that there's a demographic, and there's maybe, Zoomers would disagree with you, right? So for the first time, there's a common thread that we can draw between white Americans and the rest of the country. Do you understand what I'm pulling at right now? Do you see where I'm
and I feel like they were tapping into that. They were really tapping into that, telling you things like you should be afraid that the white people might disappear sometime in this country.
100%, right? And if I'm going to be honest, I fell for it at first. I fell for it, and I'm not even of that generation, right? I'm older, and because I don't study politics like I probably should, I kind of got caught up in it, and it felt like it was it felt like in this time when Trump ran, there was a possibility when I saw people coming over from the left, like the RFKs and the Tulsi Gabbards. I thought there was a chance that it could have been for good, right? I did. I thought there was that there was a slight chance that something might change. Now, obviously, we know that that's not the case, right? We're in a far worse position than we've ever been in my entire life.
Oh, well, that's
that being
refreshing to hear, I guess.
That being said, don't you think that there's a thread there, like Mondami, right? The prominence of Mondami in New York. I don't know, sweetie. Doesn't that show that in the wake of the election there actually is a tidal wave brewing in which there can actually be good?
From the left, maybe. Yeah, maybe.
No, like 100%.
Yeah,
it has to be. From
if they let us. I'm very worried what Trump is already doing to strong arm like states with voting laws and the stuff that he tried to pass or did pass recently with like real ID for women. He's doing his best for voter suppression, and I mean, we're not even close to the midterms yet. He's already getting ready. I have a bad feeling. I mean, maybe in a world where he doesn't fuck with the election,
he's going to get shellacked. He's going to get absolutely shellacked in the midterms.
I don't know.
That's my feeling. My worry is that the same way that the right overcompensated when Trump won in the presidential election, that the left will then overcompensate and stray from the compassion that we know them for and overcompensate and be the same and have the same authoritarian tactics that the right are displaying to combat what the right did in this past election.
I like what we've done so far. Like Gavin Newsom, for instance, when Trump came out and was like, we need 5 seats, same amount of votes. We just wanted to count 5 times more in Texas. We're going to gerrymander. He just straight up said it. And like we came out and Gavin Newsom was like, you know what? We're going to gerrymander you back. And we could do 10, but we're just going to do 5. And I'm going to have us vote on it. I'm not going to like, he didn't meet authoritarianism with authoritarianism. He did it very democratically. And I think we need more of that.
You know what? You're right. And that was actually, I was very surprised by that move, but let's say let's say he wasn't looking towards a 2028 election, right? Would the response have been the same thing?
I definitely think that he used
it's a hypothetical.
It was a very bad perfect storm. I think, yeah, that like COVID and his ability to spin his crimes in his favor. I don't know if that'll ever happen again now.
See, and that was kind of my argument, right? And no one agrees with me. I think the fact that he is putting so much pressure on the Constitution and he is testing the bounds of the executive so much that it's actually a good thing. As long as it doesn't get to the end of which a lot of people think it's going to get to, right? Where he doesn't, there is no election in 2028. As long as it doesn't get to that extreme, I think this is exactly what needed to happen.
Well, I've got a few more people in the box, and you don't. Sorry, man. I want to get somebody who's a little more opposing, but I enjoy talking to you, man. I appreciate you.
Sorry, brother. Yep.
Have a good one.
Yep.
Chat, tap the screen. Thank you guys for the 100K. Let's try to get up to 1,000 views again tonight. Hello?
What's up, big man?
What's up, bro?
Been waiting for this. That last guy did not seem like competition.
Oh. What do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about the government shutdown. I want to know what your thoughts are on this. Who's to blame? Why did it happen? Since it's kind of like a problem.
I don't really care too much for the blame game. Trump has passed some very controversial stuff through Congress, and he's also fired hundreds of thousands of people from the federal government. And for us to, even if it is all our fault, I would say it like pales in comparison to what Trump's done. So I'm kind of numb to it.
So, but you said fired thousands or
Hundreds of thousands.
So that, are you referring to because of the government shutdown? Because that
No,
kind
it
of
was before that.
That's how that works. Okay, before that, what are you talking about? When did he illicitly go out and fire hundreds of thousands of people?
Well, he cut like 80,000 from the VA. He cut entire departments like USAID, and he cut the Consumer Finance Protection Bureau. He's still cutting things. So I don't buy it that anybody on the right actually cares. They're like, oh, these people are getting paid.
So do you disagree with cutting some of those programs?
No.
And like the actual the employers, you disagree with that?
I disagree with it. Yeah. But
So if
for the right to feign outrage about it, I think is silly.
Yeah, but if you're so, I just want to. You said USAID, and I think that's probably the most prominent one that people are going to actually relate to. And obviously, there's a few talking points on the Republican side about that. But if you are funding some of the crazy stuff that this program was funding, and you get rid of that, where do you disagree? Where's the disconnect there?
So when they lied and made excuses about why they were cutting it, and that's when I knew for sure that it was just entirely bullshit. If they want the nation to come together and be okay with this kind of stuff, they should probably just not fucking lie about it. Like they're like, oh, shrimp
Doge on X.
Yeah, and like the shrimp
so
on.
You see the stuff they're cutting.
Yeah, and like they're like, oh, shrimp on treadmills. We find out that was complete fucking lie. The shrimp on treadmills was like $1,000 out of the $7 million budget that they had for that one project. And it was like self-funded. The other thing was like trans people in Columbia University doing theater. And the truth is behind that, we gave them like $24,000. And it wasn't for a trans theater musical. They just happened to have a musical theater, and the professor was trans, but we didn't fund trans musicals. So these were the lies that they came out with to cut to $8 million or $8 billion of USAID and killing effectively about 3 or 4 million people in this next year alone.
Listen, the main premises is, do you disagree with them cutting from the government? And then I asked if you follow Doge on X because they post exactly what they're cutting and what the program was for.
Yeah, I know, and it's a lot. It's usually lies. So there's another website you can look to. It's called observer.muskwatch. Is it Muskwatch?
Observer.muskwatch.
Let me see. Hold on. It actually, it's actual people, actual accountants reconciling the records that Doge is posting, and it's like embarrassingly wrong. Horribly wrong.
Doge.muskwatch.com.
Yeah, muskwatch.com. It's right here, and I'll just show it to you.
I pulled it up too.
This is the claims. $165 billion is what they claim to have cut. All the receipts here, you can click through them, and they show you everything. But the $69 billion is what you actually get when you add up what they claim to have cut. And then if you add up what actually was effectively cut and not already like cut before they got to it or whatever, it's only $16 billion. The whole thing was a sham. The whole thing was a lie.
So, okay, you say sham, but you're looking at the numbers where cuts happen. $16
billion, but they say it's $165 billion, and they claim they're the ones doing the accounting.
Okay, so a sham is when something is completely inaccurate, and you are looking at the numbers where money was cut from the government. And when program funding goes out, it doesn't go out in one lump sum, right? And a lot of these cuts have to be granted and authorized completely to get the full amount through Congress. So this takes time.
Yeah, so they didn't actually, like all of these things, $16 billion, it does not outweigh the number of lawsuits, the amount of money, the legal fees that it costs to justify all this stuff already. Doge cost us billions of dollars. That's the end. Okay, that's the bottom line.
You say that's the bottom line, but I would like to see a source that it costs billions of dollars. And then with that, again, you're looking at the numbers where $16 billion were saved, and you say the lawsuits and the lawsuits counteract this, but to get a lawsuit to cut, again, if you look through some of this stuff and you look at the receipts, some of the stuff they're cutting is insane, right? So if you have to go to bat in a courtroom to cut some of this funding, that's the price you pay for making the government smaller and saving taxpayer dollars. That's just part of it. And again, we're only 9 months in here. This is 16 billion in 9 months. I know we talked about $1 trillion.
So he saved us 16 billion, and then they exploded the deficit and the debt by like 3 to 5 trillion in the next few years. That sounds great, man. Sounds very Republican.
So, Republicans aren't very conservative, or what's the word I'm looking for? They're not very money friendly. Democrats aren't very money friendly.
We're way better. We're like 70 times better. 170 times better, maybe.
So that's not true.
It is.
Both Democrats and conservatives aren't exactly fiscal angels. But what makes me excited about this, because your thing is Trump sucks, debate me. Trump is the only president, with Elon Musk's help, up from the get-go, to actually make an initiative like this, and then not only make an initiative, but
he just
also
branded it for you.
The people the receipts.
And he lied. So the transparency is just a big giant lie.
Okay, you keep saying that, but again, do you follow Doge on X?
Yeah, and so does this website, and the discrepancy is tenfold.
Okay, let me ask, who do you think funds this website? Muskwatch Doge Tracker.
Who do you think funds Doge? Who do you think? Do you think they have a monetary incentive to do what they're doing? Do you wonder why the main people from Doge have stepped down and have spoken out about it?
No, I don't. And from my knowledge, majority of the Doge workers were working for free. So again,
they were in there to do things with integrity, and it seems like they weren't getting the integrity part, so they left.
Do you know who Big Balls is?
Yeah, he's out.
Love that guy.
If you love him, you should go see what he says.
What do you have you watched any of his interviews? He's a phenomenal guy, and he's just a patriot, super smart patriot in the government. His dad was a veteran, and he felt obliged to serve because we're $37 trillion in debt. He's no longer with it because of backlash from the left, and he also got beat in DC. Not sure if you've seen that, but literally some man robbed a woman, and he stepped in and he got literally sent to the hospital. It was super, super spooky. But point being is he did it because he's a patriot.
Yeah, there's a lot of radicalized people that think they're patriots, but he probably did way more harm than good. There's going to be 3 million people that die this year because of him. So,
yeah, man. All right. I don't think we're going to find any common ground there. I think our just moral worldviews are just.
What is worse than 3 million people dying? What justifies it?
So we're a country. We don't control the whole world, right? People die. Slavery's still a thing. China's communist. You can't fix everything, Pookie.
Yeah, I know, but this is $9 billion, and our funding every year is $5 trillion. So what's the deal?
So $9 billion. Just to give you a quick example, in the Republican Big Beautiful Bill, they just gave $50 billion to rural hospitals. So instead of getting shrimp on treadmills in Joanna, rural hospitals can have $60 billion instead of $50
billion. The shrimp on treadmills was $1,000.
So yeah, but just to give you a little taste of your own medicine, it's
that's not tasted. That's throwing it right back in your face, because all the things that Musk came out and justified these with were lies, and you just want it to be good so bad, and you can't figure out how it's good, and that's where you're running into a dead end. It's not good. We are losing soft power around the world. All of these countries who we were going and cleaning up, like war-torn countries, and feeding starving children and giving them blankets and food and shit, that's where we look at them as they develop as a country and say, hey, look to us, we're the good guys. And now China is coming in. Now that we've evacuated, China's coming in, Russia's coming in and say, hey, buddy. And now we're going to have to fight them in wars in a couple of years. It's going to cost trillions. But thank God you saved $9 billion.
I don't think you're making...
It's called soft power. It's called soft power. It's the most incredibly cheap way to fight wars.
I get the premise of what you're saying, but you started off by saying kids starving, children starving, giving blankets.
People from dying from AIDS.
That's not stuff that's getting cucked.
Yes, it is.
That's not getting cucked.
Yes, it is.
Please give me an example.
Yes, the 3 million people that are dying, it's because we've cut the contraception and the studies that we did. People are literally walking around in South Africa right now with implants that they can't get taken out because we defunded them so abruptly.
So implants, what type of implant?
They're for HIV testing.
So HIV testing.
Yeah, it kills a bunch of people.
Okay, I get that. HIV is a sexually transmitted disease. So
not always.
Not okay. Okay, you say that. That's a whole blood. Yeah, blah blah blah. But okay, 3 million people. And again, I stemmed from starving children in blankets. I said, give me an example, and you said HIV implant kills 3 million people. We're not taking money away from starving children and,
yes, you are.
Not giving them blankets.
USAID is what we use to fund those areas. And the way y'all justified taking it away is that it somehow funds terrorist organizations, in which that is true. I think it's something like 7 to 10% of all aid we send to terrorist-owned areas does get like stolen, and they sell it back to those people, and that's how they raise funds as T groups. But I still think it's worth it to a degree to just feed some of those people.
So we don't disagree, and that's what I'm trying to get across to you. I don't disagree with that premise and that goal of USAID at all. But again, if you look through maybe you don't want to look through the Doge website because you don't believe the numbers are accurate, but you read some of the case lines of what this money is going to, and it's very similar to your shrimp on treadmill type of thing.
Yeah, I know, and all of them are lies mostly. Why would I fish for one that's true?
Why would I trust you and not the information coming from the government?
Because they have a political reason to lie, and fact checkers don't.
Dude, come on! It's like it's coming straight. The source doesn't get more source than that.
Did you believe Fauci when he said to take the COVID vaccine?
No, thank goodness.
Okay, so I rest my case.
And okay, yeah, you rest your case, and obviously every single president is going to have a political motive. But even if you took a general consensus of what the items that Doge was removing are, and you looked at them and you said, dude, even if my money has a 60% chance of going to this, 50, 40, 30% chance, why would I even support that?
Because I know the majority of all of the money that goes to actual good things, and you guys are just like defiling things, finding things like the. I just gave you the example of Columbia University. If that's the way they're looking and finding things and telling you stories, I'm done. I'm good.
Are you a big government believer or a small government believer?
Much smaller than Republicans. You guys are invading cities with military, dude.
So that wasn't necessarily my question. And if you want to get on ice, I'm happy to kind of.
It's not just ice.
So I'm happy to get down this rabbit hole. I don't want to say rabbit hole. I don't disagree with sending in National Guard.
I get that. And most authoritarians do get messaging out to people that voted for them to get you guys hungry for this. That's what happens every time. There's not going to be a point in time where you just feel discomfortable about Trump's authoritarianism because he's selling it to you as he does it. So he cites like 6 people getting murdered in Chicago. We have 17,000 murders a year. All of a sudden, we're at since the 1990s, we're at drastically lower in crime. So fucking low, it's unbelievable. And now is when we need the military in the cities?
So what happened the past 4 years under Biden,
where crime fell? Crime was down every year since Trump left office during Biden.
So there was a pandemic. Just want to throw that out there.
Yeah.
Statistics lie. Statistics don't always tell the full truth.
Got it. So
you live in Texas too, don't you?
Yeah.
Aren't you in Dallas?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. So when you send these people in, cops don't hurt people just to hurt people. You understand that, right?
Some do.
So do you inherently hate cops too? Is that part of your worldview?
I think the police system is a bastardized system.
Actually, so I think that's, again, we agree a lot more than I think you might take into account. I wouldn't go that far. I think our police are good, and they obviously serve a super crucial cornerstone of what democracy is. But when you send these people into these communities, they're not going out and just attacking people.
Okay, again, the military using military against civilians is a line no one crosses unless you're an authoritarian. That's it. That's a good rule of thumb. You can use that throughout history.
So what if you change civilian to criminal? Then what does that make it?
Are any military members trained to do law enforcement at all?
Are the law enforcement officers they're working with trained?
Again, so they're just neighborhood watch with binoculars making phone calls? That's very expensive neighborhood watch, man.
No, it's crowd control. It is raid control. It is mob control.
It's fear mongering. It is not a permanent solution, and the second they leave, crime goes back up. That's what all of the experts say. It literally is not a fundamental fix.
You say that, but you haven't seen that yet.
It's you're fixing the symptom. You're not fixing the problem.
What's the problem?
Poverty begets crime.
Okay.
So if we fix poverty, crime goes down. We've seen this time and time again. When we fund feeding homeless people and we give them places to stay and eat, they turn out to not do crime, so they get locked up for 2 hots and a cot.
Okay, I'm with you. I understand. You know, obviously, the less fortunate are more inclined to commit crime to, you know, I don't want to say catch up, but
it's not because they're not scared enough. There's no situation where people just aren't scared enough to do crime. That's not a thing.
No, I get it, but your solution was throw more money at the problem. And that's
it's a lot less than fucking military.
So to circle, sorry, pause. Bad thing. Controlling the border is not a bad thing.
They're not controlling the border.
These people. So you said 6 people died in Chicago over the weekend, right?
Whatever it was that Trump pointed to justify military invasion.
Yeah, I think it was closer to like 11 or 12, right? Let's just use 10 for sake of fair numbers, right? So I can do some math. 52 weeks in a year, 10 people die every single year. That is 520 murders in Chicago. And you said the total was 1,700. That means
17,000. 17,000 nationally every year.
1,700.
17,000 nationally. When you point to 10 murders, it means literally nothing to me.
So people getting killed doesn't matter to you.
I mean, it means more to me than Republicans. Y'all don't care about 40,000 gun deaths every year. Haven't done a thing about it.
Do you care about 48,000 people dying from car accidents? I mean,
I do, but there's utility in cars.
But you wouldn't get rid of cars.
Right, there's utility. We regulate the fuck out of cars, right? We have insurance, we have licensing, all that stuff. In Texas, I don't need any of that for a gun.
Which, that's Texas, but if you go up to Minnesota, you need all of the above. So that's freedom and democracy at its work. I don't.
Sure, but I'm just saying, testing logic, we regulate things that kill people, but our economy would not exist without cars. It would definitely exist without guns. There's plenty of economies that do just fine without guns.
That's fair, but you can't defend yourself with a car.
Right, and you can't defend yourself with a... You're more likely to just kill yourself with a gun. So you're inherently in more danger if you own a gun.
So those are... I mean, statistics, that's crazy. I mean, it's just flawed, right? Any responsible average American who is going out to buy a gun, I would say is 2 reasons. 1, self-defense, or 2, hunting purposes. And I think both are crucial to the Second Amendment. I think they're crucial to the people who live here. And
I'm 37. I've never used a gun in my life, besides like at a shooting range. Never needed one ever.
Okay, so you just said you've used one at a shooting range, so...
I was forced to. Like, my dad told me to, hey, go shoot this gun. I've never needed one. I've had to hide it before. I was scared that somebody that would use it against themselves when I was gone, but I've never felt protected by it.
I don't know what you want me to say to that, man. I feel like
it's just the truth. 60% of all gun deaths are suicide.
Yeah, because when you talk about suicide and like the easiest way to take your life, it's a gun. I mean, a lot of these things are just really like plug and play. They make a lot of sense. But back to my point, I said, if someone is the average American going to purchase a gun, you are using it for hunting or self-defense. Either or of those options.
No, you're not. A lot of people just have it for an extension of their dick.
Okay,
why do people have 30 guns, dude? Do they hunt with 30 guns? My aunt had an Uzi left behind from her ex-husband. What do you do with an Uzi, bro? A silenced Uzi. We don't need that.
When that thing rang, I bet you that thing was just freedom. Freedom in a nutshell, man. And that's That's funny. But when you talk about 30 guns, what do you need 30 guns for? Let me give you an example. So different sized animals, deer and elk. All right, you can't shoot a deer.
I get it.
With the same thing you shoot
in
an elk,
Japan,
right?
if you want a gun, you go say, hey, I'm part of a hunting club. Here's proof. Here's my membership. I'm going to go through 6 months of training. I'm going to make sure it's locked up so that my kids don't play with it and shoot a hole through the back of their skull.
That is a law in America, by the way.
Not everywhere.
You cannot have if you have a firearm with kids, it has to be locked at all times when you are not using it.
Is that a law?
So
I don't think that's a law.
Let me make sure, because I really need to check this. I'm almost certain. I haven't. I'm not old enough to get my conceal and carry yet, so I haven't dug into it. You
can kill all that with a slingshot or bow and arrow. Yeah. I honestly think guns are fucking for wieners. Bow and arrow sounds way fun.
Okay, again, and I can agree with you in some of that sense too. So when you're talking about the hunting aspect, yes, I mean, when you're talking about just being naturally in your element, a bow and an arrow is more natural, right? That's what they've used from the dawn of time. But again, killing a bear with a bow and arrow, or if you were going to go pheasant hunting, you need a shotgun. If you are going to go kill an elk,
like no one needs to do that, right? It's recreational, so get a license for it. Get a license for it. We can license the shit out of it. But my grandpa with like a fucking judge that shoots shotgun shells from a revolver, he doesn't need that.
So okay, I get what you're saying, and you've made two examples for guns: a suppressed Uzi and a slug shooting pistol, which both sound really badass. I'm smiling ear to ear right now, but and I get what you're saying, that they sound unconventional and unnecessary, but fundamentally, for me, in my view, if you start taking something away, where does it stop?
I don't know. The same place y'all did with abortion. I don't know. The thing is, this is where gun culture is. The right is completely unwilling to move an inch for us to do any sort of gun laws. And because that's what they've primed you with. Like the NRA has spent a lot of money to come and be like, Democrats evil, want all your guns. I have pew-pews. I don't care. Like handguns are cool. Shotguns are cool. I can see us being a better country without ARs. We banned them before 10 years, and it reduced gun deaths by a lot. So, I mean, it's a no-brainer for me.
On gun deaths. Okay, right. So when you take, what is it, 48,000 people die from guns, or 44,000, right? So 40,000, but you take out gang violence and then suicide. I think that number is a lot less than 40,000.
Why would you take out suicide?
Because when you were going to off yourself, the easiest way is with a gun. It's just, I don't want to say convenience, because it's a terrible, depressing topic.
The thing is, there's much fewer people who off themselves when they don't have access to a gun. So, do you think somebody would be willing to go through with it by stabbing themselves? Like, I don't think I would ever do that.
I really hope not, man. And again, this is it's just a depressing topic.
We got to be pragmatic, though. We got to talk about this. I think that we see this all over the world. Same thing with crime. If you're a bad person and you want to go carry out one of your wildest fantasies, and you choose a gun instead of a knife, you're going to get a little bit further. There's going to be a little more damage. And it's crazy. If it's the people and not the guns, it's crazy that none of these crazy people are able to do all of this murderous shit in other countries with no guns.
So again, I'm following you a little bit, but we kind of got off the track. So 40,000 people in total die from guns. Take out gun violence, take out suicide, and what does that number look like, right? Take that number. Now let's talk solutions, because that's ultimately what me and you both want, is to solve the problem. So, right?
Again, so yeah, this would be like, I would say it would save. To be pessimistic, if we banned ARs, it would save a couple thousand, maybe 2,000 people a year. It would be free. It would just be a piece of paper someone signs. It'd be a law, go into law. Manufacture of ARs would go down, or be illegal. Distribution to consumers be illegal. Boom. And instead of spending $140 billion to attack crime the way Trump is doing, because only 29 people died from migrants last year.
That's not what I'm talking about.
It would absolutely cost. It would be free. It would save so many goddamn lives. It would be insane.
Okay, so
For
so
free.
so let me pick it. Let me pick it off that. So yes, it might be free in just the signature of a paper, but then you are starting to infringe on the Second Amendment. And like I said, when the government intervenes with something, where does it stop? So that's my problem. My solution to this is if you take those numbers and you really drill it down to mass shootings, an armed security guard, metal detectors. If you go to any public event like a concert, a football game, a basketball game, you go through security. Why aren't we doing that with our kids? And truthfully, if you want to talk about other problems in the school, vaping, drugs, different things like that, going through a metal detector in the morning could benefit more ways and more children than not without.
But if you think
infringing on the
about how
Second
these actually
Amendment.
play out, nobody's too scared to bring a gun to school because of a metal detector. Usually these things happen. They march onto campus with the pew pew openly present, and they just start shooting. The metal detector, they're not going to be like, oh, fuck a metal detector, and turn around.
So I'm going to use the most recent example that comes to my head, and that's the school shooting or the church school in Minnesota. The gentleman walked into the chapel door. If if there was a law saying every single door was locked, which I think most schools actually do,
That would be
just
a
for safety
fire. That'd be a
precautions.
fire hazard.
Okay, so now it's a fire hazard and we're not saving kids. So but do you see what I'm saying? I think there's other realistic solutions to this that don't involve infringing on the Second Amendment, because the Second Amendment is there for a reason.
Again, this is just interpretation of what is infringing, right? Because well-regulated militia are words inside of that Second Amendment, and Trump has not been very shy about cutting into the First Amendment or the Fifth or the 14th. Literally just wrote down on a piece of paper he doesn't like it and tried to pass it as an executive order. So I feel like we have some wiggle room here. If that's acceptable to y'all, I feel like we got some room here to work.
Well, okay. Well, let's debate those topics then. The First Amendment, 14th Amendment. 14th Amendment, you're talking about birthright citizenship.
Mm-hmm.
Did that not go to the Supreme Court, or did that go to the Supreme Court?
Went Supreme Court?
And the Supreme Court ruled it was unconstitutional?
Nope.
So the Supreme Court agreed with Trump.
The Supreme Court picks that he
would be the
chose
other-
did
that
agree
would
with
be
him.
The other alternative there, they either agree or disagree, right?
Yeah,
And
so-
again, it's
so
all reading. It's interpretation.
I get it. So if Biden did this in executive order and he had a 5-4 Supreme Court or a 6-3 Supreme Court leaning liberal, you'd agree that it would be totally cool if Biden did this.
So yes, the Supreme Court is the law of the land, right?
It is when you want it to be. Trump has called for impeachment of some of these people because they don't decide in his favor.
Okay, I haven't seen that. First time I've actually heard that talking point, so that's a new one. I like that. Okay, okay, you want to talk about the 14th Amendment again? They ruled in his favor, the law of the land. That's
just because they did doesn't mean so. Like again, if our Constitution is malleable, it means it's malleable, right? So like our Constitution is malleable.
That is literally the job of the Supreme Court, is to read the Constitution and to rule accordingly. But they don't rule hard, right? They're not like yes, no, because then it can't be interpreted by future generations. That's literally their job.
I get that. So again, we're saying that the Constitution's a little malleable here. We found out that we can do little cheats with executive orders and start chipping away at the way we think the Constitution should work.
That is literally democracy. I guess I don't. I guess I'm
yeah.
not
So we
following.
can do this. So we can start writing laws like we did a gun ban before. It made it through. Supreme Court said it was chill, right? And do it again.
So yeah, I mean, and I don't disagree with you. So I'm trying to figure out, like, I think we agree on a lot more than you think, and that's, I'm not super far right, and a lot of us really aren't super far right. But at some point, I think the Democratic Party went really far left, and that's the
not
problem.
true. That's not true. We're literally moderate on the world stage. We're like the most chill ever.
So I'm just gonna.
You guys have gone very far right. If you ask Grok, if you look at the internet, it's irrefutable. You guys are doing protectionism. You guys are doing nativism. You guys are deporting people, mass deportations. All signs of far right. 98 out of 100 is what Grok gives you. 98 out of 100. You are very, very far right.
So every president's deported people. And again, so maybe Trump's presidency is a little cliche to this because Trump isn't your average politician. And truthfully, just for the record, I'm actually really excited for after his term when things hopefully fingers crossed, God willing, kind of mellow down a little bit and go back to a more traditional politics stage. But Trump's not traditional, and that's the truth. And every
That's a
every
good
president
excuse,
supported
but I mean, like, yeah, like fascism's not traditional.
And then, like, the way you guys sling these words in, like when I talk far left, I mean generally you're leaving your base.
What is so far left? What's our stance that's really far left?
Healthcare for everybody, open border.
We're not open borders. That's a straw man. But so healthcare for everybody. Every other like developed nation has that.
Have you tried Canada's healthcare system?
Yeah, it's one of the best.
Terrible. It's terrible. Do you have family that lives up there?
I have friends. My friend got a malignant tumor in his brain, and he got it fucking lasered out for free. It would have put me in crippling debt for the rest of life. I probably would have just shot myself.
That's okay. Let's come on. That's not very nice, but
I mean, it's the truth. People kill themselves because of medical debt all the time. All the time.
It's actually one of the reasons why medical debt is the reason why most people are in debt, believe it or not. And,
yeah.
I don't disagree that our healthcare system is broken. And I really appreciate your buddy and his story there. And that's a very, the case in that instance is it's an emergency. It is a life-threatening emergency, and they get you in instantly, right? Let me give you an example. So I've got an uncle and aunt who live up in Canada, and everything, their primary care is traditional. You go in, you schedule an appointment 3 weeks in advance because that's just the way it works up there. You go and you do your thing. He had to have back surgery. It's not a life-altering, life-threatening surgery, and they pushed him out 9 months to a year to get the surgery.
That's nothing. You know how long I've been waiting to get to the doctor? 12 years.
Is that your problem or the doctor's problem?
Mine.
So, exactly.
It's the United States problem. It's not unique to me at all. It's like, wow, your poor uncle had to wait 9 months. Like,
no, he didn't.
There's millions of us.
He ended up flying to Washington to get his procedure done because why would you live in pain for 9 months? I mean,
that's cool, but a lot of people do it here forever. So that's the difference.
You say that. You said you've been waiting for 12 years. Can I ask you why?
Yeah, I don't have insurance.
So what's your diagnosis? What has been pressing for 12 years that you really need to get to the doctor for?
I have unmedicated ADHD. I don't get to take my meds anymore. They're $400 a month.
Okay. So unmedicated ADHD is why you haven't gone to the doctor for 12 years?
That's what I need to go to the doctor for.
Okay, so I get that, and I don't mean to sound condescending on your care or your condition per se, but why should everybody else be subsidized so you can go take Adderall?
Because
when you obviously don't need it if you've been fine for 12 years.
Not exactly fine, but the thing is, society functions better. There's a lot more economic mobility and social mobility when there's Medicare for all. There's a higher life expectancy, and overall it will be cheaper. So instead of being an additional cost to you, it will just be in place. So you would essentially pay less and have better outcomes.
That's a great talking point, but can you explain to me how, if our limited Medicare system now was opened up to everybody, how that would make it cheaper? So
when we negotiate as a whole, Medicare is working with a population of like 100 million people. If it was a population of 350 million people, we negotiate prices down for all of that stuff.
But overall, do you think, even with the extra people, I think it's fair to say it's still more expensive?
It's not. There's no country on earth that displays that. Every country on earth has far cheaper. They pay like half of what we pay and in better outcomes. So it's not. It's just a paranoid talking point. Like, you're begging for a person to be in between you and your healthcare and make money.
Was paranoia the right word there? Was that necessary?
Honestly, I don't mean it to be condescending, but it really doesn't make any sense for us to not have it. It just really doesn't. I have a friend that's waiting for like MRI, for her to get like MRI approved by her healthcare. She obviously she's gonna like die probably in like the next year if she doesn't get help. And they're just like waiting. They're just chilling. And if they wait long enough, there's no law against it. They wait long enough, she's gonna die. And they don't have to pay anything.
That's terrible, obviously.
That happens all the time. It's like, it's why Luis, whatever. What do you mean? Why? This is how things work. They have a fiduciary responsibility to make as much money as possible and deny claims. That's how profit comes in the insurance system. It's a no-brainer, man.
Insurance companies are a scam. I think everybody would agree.
And
with
why
that,
would we want
but-
that? That's why medical care is so expensive, because half of us can't even afford insurance. So we go to the doctor and we get cared for, and then we leave them with the bill. So they have to gouge insurance companies for that money that they get fucked over every year for. And if we all had money and they just had a sure thing coming, it would be just like any other industry that's subsidized by the government. It would just fucking explode. I used to work for a roofing company, and we did nothing but insurance claims, and insurance was sure to pay for this damage. It was like free money. And you know how much fucking money roofing companies make out there?
Oh, a lot. Yeah.
So much. That's the same thing that what doctors would do. Doctors would have a free fucking, they could just bill infinitely. As many fucking people that they could shove through their office and help, they get paid for it.
Sounds really expensive.
It's cheaper.
It sounds you just told me that doctors are going to shove as many people through the doors as they can.
Yeah, when we do preventative health care, it costs us way less. So like people who don't get preventative health care and they get cancer and it goes all the way to like stage 4,
and then
we're stuck with millions of dollars from insurance companies to cover that. When we can catch it early, it's way better. When we don't have people go through diabetes because they're fat and overweight their whole lives and they're malnourished.
I don't like fat people either.
I'm not saying I don't like fat people.
Okay, Pickles. So I get that, right? I think fundamentally for me in my worldview, I believe that anything the government touches tends to go to junk.
What about the military?
I think our military is the best damn military in the world, baby.
Well, then you're wrong, right?
I think the military might be the only exception to that.
It's like the one thing we do.
Can you give me anything? Like, give me another.
Can you
example.
give me an example of something that sucks?
The DMV.
I mean, I get that, but
especially in Texas, bro. You're from Dallas. You gotta like absolutely wholeheartedly agree with me on that.
I mean, the wait times suck, but they do what they're supposed to.
Okay, I want you to. What did you just say?
The wait times suck.
The wait times suck, but they do what they're supposed to. I gave you an example of my uncle in Canada, and what was the problem?
Right, but this is going to be controlled by private companies. So like when you give a private company an incentive to be efficient and to take care of customers or clients or whatever as fast or efficiently as possible, there's a balance there too. You can either do it good or bad, and the more successful one to do efficient work better will be more successful.
So that is the structure of that. That is literally
the DMV does not have that. The DMV does not have an incentive to be better. Yeah, because we have constantly people trying to cut budgets in the government and try to figure out the cheapest way to do things. And there's no old man that wants to hear how AI can do the job of all 4 ladies that run an entire DMV. But a doctor does. A doctor would know that.
So, but the consensus of the thing I said, everything the government touches tends to burn in hell. You said the military.
I can see every other country has gotten this down, and we're richer than them.
Can you give me another? I gave you an example of Canada. Can you give me another example?
Ireland, Scotland, France, Denmark, Sweden. I don't know.
Hang on 1 second.
Norway,
please.
Germany, Australia.
Wait time in Australia.
If it's less than 12 years, I beat you, right?
I like that. You're a funny guy. Median wait in Australia for elective surgery public hospital is 46 days for admission list. 90th percentile wait is 329 days. 6.4% of patients waited more than 365 days. Do you want me to try another one?
No. Now tell me how long the 40 million Americans who don't have healthcare are waiting.
Okay, so I think that's a great point, and I'm going to give you an example because I'm an American without healthcare. So I'm a young man. I am healthy, and of course, I get sick. That's just the nature of being a human. And when I don't have health care and I can't afford it, I take care of myself because I am responsible. And I would agree that
it's
the
different for
average
you.
American under the age of 30, if they don't have health care,
You
they're
can
not
live.
going to go to the
Yeah.
doctor.
Yeah,
yes,
and
you can
that's fine.
absolutely live.
And those are the important people that we need inside of a system paying in, because there are few people that need a lot of money, and it's insolvent. That's why insurance is so expensive, especially because they're trying to make profit at the same time.
It's it's a dirty business. I get that, but like you said, they should be working. I agree with you, but just because you get a cold doesn't mean you stop working and quit your job, right? And if you have if I had a serious injury, if you had a serious injury right now, like you broke your back, you would absolutely show up at the hospital and they would take care of you, and you wouldn't have to wait 15 days, or
No, there would be a point in time where they wouldn't take care of you, and things would be considered elective, and then you're just fucked for the rest of your life.
In what case though? What case do you show up at the hospital and it is a life-threatening emergency and they don't take care of you?
They take care of you initially, and then for the rest of your life, you're fucked. You don't get any aftercare. You don't get to stay there for 30 days. They push you out into the street in a wheelchair.
Okay, so you break your back, they fix it.
They don't fix it. They stop you from dying.
So okay, I don't know. This has happened. Not necessarily to me personally, but I'm assuming that this would happen. If I were to break my back, I would go into the doctor. They're going to say, "Do you have insurance?" I say, "No, but my back's broken."
Mm-hmm.
They're going to go, "We're going to get you checked out."
Mm-hmm.
Chances are, I'm going to have to take an X-ray. I'm going to go into surgery, and he's going to say,
if it's
"How do you plan to
life-saving."
pay for this?"
If it's life-saving. If it's not life-saving surgery, they don't have to do it.
I guess I don't know. I feel like those are one of those instances where I would have
true.
to.
They absolutely won't. I went to the ER a few weeks ago. I got tattooed, got infected, went to the ER. They gave me a $10 shot of like a steroid, and then kicked me out the door. It was probably a 30-minute visit. My bill, $2,200.
Wow. That's excessive, man.
But
I'm sorry.
I also have a friend that he was working in his friend's garage underneath his car. Car fell off of the stand and crushed him. The engine fell out and crushed him. And he had insurance. He also filed a liability claim with his homeowner's insurance. All these things. They did one thing for him, but he was like 35, walking like a 80-year-old man crippled for the rest of his life, because insurance is not going to help him.
Okay, and I don't disagree with you, and I think that's really messed up. And I work on cars, so I understand. An engine is a heavy object that would not feel good. But I think you give these examples and you say insurance never helped me, and I can't give you an example of anyone I've met where insurance has bailed someone out, whether it's car insurance, home insurance, health insurance. I mean, renter's insurance.
All those things are fine. Those all make sense, kind of. But health insurance, I think, is a little different.
But even in any of those instances, do you really get bailed out? Are they? I mean, you live in Dallas. You know how expensive car insurance is down here. Is that does that make sense to you? Do you think that's a scam? Do you think that should be reformed?
I don't think we should have governments like car insurance. Like, I don't think that's a necessity. Is that Brick Ross? What's up, dude? I don't think it's like a human right or anything. I don't think you could draw anything close to that conclusion. But I think we could obviously see the benefits of, like, if everyone were healthy and able-bodied and wasn't dying from something as stupid as, I don't know, something that could be fixed in like a $50 antibiotic or something, or something like that. I just lost my train of thought, but I think that we would literally just operate more efficiently as a society. It'd save everybody money. We'd all get healthcare we need. I think it's like a no-brainer. We have the money. We have the data on this. For you to just look at individual cases and not acknowledge all of the people who literally just can't get any sort of healthcare besides emergency healthcare, with the trade-off of being in debt for the rest of their life. I just don't think that's the system we need to be. That's not the system we need to be in.
So your solution to healthcare is putting everybody on it.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. My solution to healthcare is quite simply making sure people who can work are working. Most private companies, good paying jobs, tend to have beneficial health insurance companies, like health
Dude,
insurance.
it's so insane. You're not. How old are you?
20.
Yeah, you've never seen actual insurance premiums before, dude. When I was your age, I shopped for insurance with my employer. It's like $150 every 2 weeks or some shit. Now, $700 a month with a $12,000 deductible. That's worthless to me. If I do the math, if I go back the last 10 years, if I was paying $700 a month, I could have bought a house, dude.
You absolutely could have, and I know a guy who can help you do that. If you're looking to buy a house, anyway. So, shameless plug. I get that. I haven't seen I'm not 27 yet. Once I'm 27 and that stuff gets kicked off, I'm sure I'm going to get these policies. But the core of that, like, again, I'm all about solutions, right? Most good paying jobs in wealthy companies offer really good incentives, just like unions, construction unions.
Most good countries offer it too, and that's what we should do, dude. It's not cheap. They take it out of your paycheck. They take it out. They match it. That could be paid to you. That could be paid to you.
Difference is when it's privatized, there aren't these wait times. There are competitive. It's a competitive field, so it's not just one entity controlling the entire thing.
It's like 5, and they all hold hands and practice the same thing. Defend, deny, depose. The people just die. It's literally violent.
Man, really? I think there should be more good paying jobs with better benefits, and that alone will cover health insurance, and then pharmaceuticals Trump's working on. Not sure if you've seen the Pfizer deal. Big fan of that. I hope that continues. And in a year and a half time, 2 years time, between the tariffs, bringing in more jobs, manufacturing,
we're losing more jobs than they're bringing, dude. This is all a pipe dream. This is all pipe dream. This is not happening.
The jobs report, the past 4 jobs report haven't been positive.
And he says for the next 2 years they won't be positive. He said that the other day.
Did he?
Yeah.
Did he actually? I'll have to look at that. That could not be good. That could not be good. But the point being, I don't know if that's the case, but yes, they haven't been positive, but they haven't been super, super net negative yet. And considering we literally rebalanced the entire global trade system, I would say we're in pretty good shape for.
I think this is very naive to think that it's just so quickly. You don't think that things lag? Like these supply chains are about to change and get fucked up. Brett, I love you. I'm sorry I haven't said hi to you yet. These supply chains are about to go into survival mode, and you're going to see things actually changing.
So I heard that same talking point about 2 months ago. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, because they haven't stayed the same. It's been playing go away, come here. And as of October 14th, we don't even know if they're staying, dude. Remember, the courts have struck them down. They're on a pause, and he gets to use until the 14th until the Supreme Court decides on it.
I know they talked about fast tracking that.
So nobody's making any hard moves on this.
When there was a date. So that'll be a big deal. And again, that's going to come down to the Supreme Court, and I absolutely support that. Support the Supreme Court's decision, but I don't think they're going to rule in favor of the. I think they're going to rule in favor of Trump. I think tariffs are national security, and you've got to be able to impose them at your will. But I think with you talk about not letting people in across the border, reforming your legal immigration policy, lowering prescription drug prices, incentivizing manufacturing to come back to the States, providing better paying jobs, which in turn provide better benefits, only helps the American consumer. And, on top of that, if you're talking about energy prices, dude, I filled up for $2.30 a gallon yesterday.
All right. Trump's the reason gas prices were high during Biden's presidency. I don't know. These are weird small victories and ignoring like the huge problem in our economy that we're about to be. We're staring down the barrel of huge uncertainty, and prices will be skyrocketing. They will.
There's definitely uncertainty. I don't disagree with that. I think the stock market's reflected that. I hope you have a 401k or some type of a retirement. If you check that and you look at it, you can see when tariffs get enacted, don't get enacted, the fluctuation in the market. So obviously there's going to be uncertainty. Like I said, you are literally rebalancing the entire global trade system.
Yeah, I know. And we're letting one man do this. One man. If we want to talk about small government again, we're letting one man do this unchecked by Congress, unchecked by anybody. He gets to do it.
Say that executive orders to stand have to be ruled through Congress. They don't just next president can absolutely wishy-wash them away.
Yeah. And that's even more to the point of uncertainty. If these people are going to come in with billions of dollars and they're going to start a company behind Trump's tariffs that are a house of cards, the next president just blow them over.
It's been 9 months. I could take a big guess here and assume if the Supreme Court rules in Trump's favor, Congress is before the midterms, maybe after the midterms, is going to make it a prominent priority to put tariffs into law. I mean, I can only assume.
I don't think anybody in Congress is stoked about that. I don't think anybody on your side wants that. I don't think that's happening, bud.
But you don't think? I mean, is there some? Why wouldn't they? Would be more.
Have you heard anybody come out and cheer for these in Congress?
For tariffs?
Yeah.
I seen a chart when the president enacted them originally with Speaker Johnson, Leader Thune, Vice President, and Trump sitting in front of a tariff sign saying, "This is what these countries charge us."
Yeah.
Boom, boom,
Big,
boom,
huge
boom,
lies,
boom.
by the way. Huge lies. Love that.
Again, coming from the source, man. It's coming from the government. Obviously, there's a political agenda, but you to just wish away our government is just lies. Like, where are you getting that from?
When he's coming out and just telling us a story that is a whole lie, I don't go around defending it and justifying it and reinterpreting it for people so that I don't look stupid because I voted for him.
Okay, but you haven't told me why it's a lie.
Okay, so the chart that he showed you were supposedly the trade deficits that we have. Well, it was ChatGPT that came up with the tariff rates, and it was based on the trade deficits. And he said that they were reciprocal. None of them were reciprocal. There's not a single country in which these tariffs were in any way reciprocal, because no one had blanket tariffs on us or 10% tariffs on us.
Honestly,
So-
Pickles, I don't mean to question you, but I don't think you know that. I don't
Yes, I
think
do.
you looked at all these other countries individually and said, what are they doing to our currency? What laws are they enacting that prevent American companies from investing here? What are they actually tariffing us?
Well,
when
there
we do
you go,
something else?
adding
I don't-
actual real ideas behind these tariffs, and Trump sold them to us for a different reason.
That is, if you watch the press conference with the chart that I'm referencing to, that is exactly what he said.
Yeah, and he said like, for instance, there was one country on there that we have like a 40% tariff on. If we have zero tariffs with them, Australia would be one of them. They have zero. We have free trade entirely, and they have a trade deficit with us. They buy more from us, and then he lied. And on that chart, it shows Australia, and it's like 20% tariffs because of the trade deficit. It was a lie. All of them were lies.
Can you buy American beef in Australia? How about Asia?
Maybe not.
You can't, because there are tariffs enacted, believe it or not. So
yeah,
if
and that's
you
not,
go to,
and they pay those tariffs, by the way. Those countries pay tariffs to buy things from us. How is that hurting your feelings?
Australia pays tariffs to buy stuff from us.
That's how tariffs work.
We don't pay tariffs to bring stuff to Australia.
No. What?
That's wrong. I mean, I think that's flat out wrong. If we wanted to sell something to Australia, why would Australia pay us to sell it to them?
No, they pay their own government. Just like we pay Daddy Trump tariff money, they pay their president tariff money when they buy things overseas. How does that hurt you?
American companies pay their government.
No. Their people pay
Brett's
tariffs.
losing his mind. Oh gosh.
Their people. If I am an Australian and I want to buy a California surfboard, I pay the price of that surfboard plus the tariff. If they even have tariffs on a surfboard. We'll talk about meat. If it's American beef, I want a fucking hamburger. If I want an Omaha steak, I have to pay the price of the steak plus the tariff money to my government in Australia. We are not getting charged for that, bro.
I think we've had tariffs. What sucks with tariffs, right, is the whole consensus behind them has been spewed so much, and
By
it's such
Trump.
a it's such a
By Trump.
no,
He's
and by the
lied. He says
Democrats
other
too.
countries pay
No,
the tariffs. By the way, somebody paid to
love
kick
that
you.
word.
He lied. Devin, somebody paid to kick you. I enjoy talking to you. You're welcome to come back some other time. They actually paid to kick you a while back. It was Kristen. Thank you so much. Kristen, much love. And this isn't the first time we've had a MAGA come up here and has no idea how tariffs work. That it's a tax on us. What's up, Brett? Good to see you, bub.
What's up, man? No, I got like 5 or 6 bat signals that they're talking 2A. So I was like, oh, hey, what's going on?
I should have had you chip in. Damn it. You're welcome to hang out.
Hell yeah, I might hang out for a bit. How you doing, brother?
Doing good, man. Just feeling overly handsome today.
As you should.
As you should. Look at you. What's up, Salty?
I'm just listening. I was just listening to the last guest and thinking he has no idea how the system works.
I agree. Old Salty, I'm looking for debates only, though. I love you. I'm going to kick you. We're going to get on to the next debate. Thank you for coming up. Guys, if you're friendly, get out of my box. We've got a lot of viewers right now, so we're trying to get to debates only.
Pickles doesn't want you in his box. He loves you.
Play Farm Sim. Chat, tap the screen. Give me a follow if you enjoy these debates. There's also Cash App, Venmo in the PayPal, in the box. I'm sorry, in the bio. If you guys are trying to Cash App or Venmo me, that's the sweetest thing you can do. Dean? Dean, your grinder's going off. When is prayer time? Stick around, chat. Prayer time's a surprise. Hello?
Yo, what's up? Can you hear me?
What's up? Are you a Trump supporter?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I just want to debate you on authoritarianism and like China because you referenced it a few times.
Okay.
So you kind of make a primary point in your argument against Trump is like that he is authoritarian, but at the same time, you kind of at points you heralded China for some of their like successes and like their power on the world stage. Do you think there's merit to authoritarianism in that case? Like, not to say that Trump's version of it is correct, but is authoritarianism in and of itself an area to critique somebody?
I think that you could point to China and say, yeah, Xi Jinping's been there for a while. They planned for decades and ahead. That's one way to do it. I don't feel like that's a good thing. I don't feel like that is what I want. But I do think that we should look at the aspects of their economy and maybe take some of those aspects other than the authoritarianism, right? Like the way that they're ahead of us and their trajectory is they're going to surpass us in GDP. They've already surpassed us in science. They've surpassed us in every way. But I don't think it's because of authoritarianism.
You don't think so? You don't think it's due to like the central planning nature of their economy?
Central planning is not, you don't have to have authoritarianism for that.
I mean, it's semantic, but it's, I would
It's
say
not
it's more
semantic. You could central plan without authoritarianism.
How? How so? Who's doing it then?
The government.
In what way is that not authoritarianism? That's authoritarianism in the
If we can vote, we can vote on these things and do it democratically.
Okay, we voted in Trump though, and he's doing the things technically, legally, technically, democratically.
Right.
Like we can.
But he's
we can
doing
get
things
to this
authoritatively. So he's doing things bureaucratically, saying he hates bureaucratic stuff, and then doing it. He's invading entire cities with military. He's attacking cities, universities, law firms, all of the people that he just has like a list of people he wants to go after for going after him, I guess. He's using the arm of the government for his personal benefit to enrich himself. He's selling you guys on every bit of it so that you cheer him on for taking over Chicago and Portland, all blue cities.
We're not talking about that though. I'm asking you about central planning. You're saying central planning is not. You're like, let's say it's not authoritarianism. So you think you can be a like liberal democracy, but also have central planning. That's what you're positing.
Mm-hmm.
Then, okay. in that case, like you talk about the homelessness problem, do you think that that is largely because of their economy, largely
Mm.
because of just central planning, not because of any authoritarian laws? Like they have very strict drug laws. They still have mental health institutions where people are institutionalized for mental health. That's
I
a
don't think
large
the
portion of the
laws,
American
those laws
homelessness.
aren't, they do not require authoritarianism to have those laws. Central planning is theoretically possible without authoritarian laws, but historical and theoretical critiques suggest it may be very difficult to achieve in practice on a large scale. I get that. But again,
So
again,
here's let me put it this way: if Trump was to enact these things through legal executive order, and they made it through the Supreme Court, and they made it through Congress, you would support putting drug dealers to capital punishment.
no.
You would support and see, like this is my point. You're
No,
not in
I would
favor
want to be
of
able to
these
vote on those
policies that
things. You're just straw manning
you
with
would be
arbitrary
able.
policies. Like we could do the same type of
I am
economy
not
that
straw
China
manning. I am
does.
not straw manning
You
at
are.
all. You
One
are voting
aspect
for
that
it.
is not
You
essential to
get
any
to
of these
vote.
things.
You do get to vote for it. You would vote for it, and you would have, like, say he ran on it. You would have had the chance to vote for it. I just brought that up. You voted in the last election, did you not? Are you saying you should be able to
Right. You're
directly
just
vote for it?
so using your school of thought, you think that authoritarians can't be voted into office. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not saying
Okay,
that.
then that falls apart.
What do you mean it falls apart? Like,
Because you're
the
saying
point
because we
still stands.
democratically elected him, he can't be authoritarian?
That's what you're saying.
That's what
That's
you're
what you're
saying.
saying. No, you're saying I should be able to vote on this issue, but that's not even how our system works. So and what is your point?
What is
What
your
is your
point?
point?
You came up here
My
falsely said
point is
central planning is essential. Authoritarianism is essential to central planning. We find out that's not true,
no.
and then we
My
find
central
out that
point is this: you don't support any of the policies that make China great. That make
I
it
don't need
something
their
that you
specific
say is
policies. We don't. I'm not
okay.
fighting for their
Then
specific policies.
the policies that Americans have, and like you're a Democrat, Shill. You
I'm a
toe party
Democrat show.
lines. You say us. You speak of the Democrats as us. Like you toe party lines. What exactly is your is your argument then? If you're not a Democrat,
You're saying
Shill,
I
you
toe
say
party
us.
lines. I'm just definitely not Republican or conservative. So when I say us, I would just refer to anybody left of you, which is most of the world.
Well, that's assuming I am a conservative.
Are you
That said,
conservative?
no.
Are you just a leftist trying to get me to say that I like authoritarianism because China's so good?
Maybe. What do you think?
Okay, I'm here to debate Trump supporters, bro.
Okay.
Listen, we don't need infighting. I am the pipeline to get people from far right at least closer to you. All right, so you can give me a break.
Hey man, I'm just giving a shout out to China.
Hey, I like China, okay? But
Oh, I
stop
know
trying
you
to
do,
stop.
but we got to be honest.
Do you like authoritarianism?
I mean, let's say that like the people you like let's say
Are you Curtis Jarvin?
Am I Curtis Jarvin? I don't even know who that is, to be honest. He's is he like one of the Peter Thiel guys?
Yeah.
No, I'm not him. Is that what he believes? He's like pro-authoritarianism?
Yeah, he uses the words people are authoritarian phobic.
Yeah, well, I kind of agree with that though. No?
Oof,
Like
okay.
what do you think?
Who would cheer for authoritarian? I want to be able to decide what things happen in society. I want to be able to decide a little more frequently than every 20 years.
Like if you had to pick today, would you rather be born in like China or the United States if you were being born today?
Probably China.
So like I think it begs the question that democracy isn't necessarily better than authoritarianism if we're talking from an outcomes perspective.
No, but
that's essentially my point.
Okay, I think you're just giving a little bit too much credence to the outcomes and saying authoritarianism is what led to these things. But I'm going to get to the next guest.
Yeah, go for it.
All right,
Thanks.
get out of here.
What kind of fever dream was that?
I don't know. I just work here. Chat, I do have an Excedrin fund. If you guys want to send me PayPal or Venmo. Hello?
Remember, Remember, Pickles is a Democrat shill, so all you Democrats, shill it out to him.
DNC, my paycheck, please. DNC, I need to get my last paycheck. Tylenol and chat. We're gonna make shirts that says I plug my Tylenol.
Everybody keeps saying I'm low. Pickles, am I low?
Oh, it's me. I turned volume down because I was gaming. How's that, guys?
Am I still low?
Dennis with the super fan. Let's go. Let's fucking go.
They all over here blaming me and everything, and it was you, Pickles.
It was me. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Are you a Trump supporter?
Yeah.
What do you like about Trump?
Well, Trump hates niggas, and I really appreciate.
Can't argue that, but we can't say that.
That's wild. Has it been like this all day?
All week.
Fuck. I haven't even been live like most of this week. I've been sick as hell, so.
He waited all day to say that. Jeez. I'm sorry, Miss Kim. He said, what do you think he said? All year. I'm sick as fuck right now. It's in the air. No, Cootery. I hate that. You should just let him talk. Sometimes I do, but I'm live on YouTube, and I just don't want to get demonetized. It's communist country. Have you been to see it? J-Man, I don't think you know what authoritarian or communist means because it's not mutually exclusive. Bub. I mean, kind of it is. Communism is a government, like a classless government society, but they have not reached communism. They are not communist. Clean your mic filter.
Yeah.
Hello.
Well, yeah. Trump don't like smart people, and I don't like smart people neither.
Checks out.
I don't see what's the point of these people be doing this shit. Like, but yeah, it's been like this all day. Like, I literally had a person tell me the Constitution is rewritten every year.
Oh man. Hello, G Vegas. Are you there?
Hey there, how are you?
Good. Are you a Trump supporter?
I wasn't until 3 days ago.
What happened 3 days ago?
Well, I kind of started doing a little research on regards to immigration and really how bad it actually is.
How bad immigration is?
Yeah.
How bad is it?
Well, have you kind of been taking notice of what's been going on in the United Kingdom?
What's going on there?
A lot of Muslim influence. And I don't know if you've been paying attention to what's been going on in Dearborn, Michigan, Minneapolis, Minnesota, Texas, where they just outlawed Sharia law. You researched any of that? Know anything about that?
They outlawed Sharia law?
Yeah, in Texas.
They just want their own flavor?
We are the United States, right?
Well, if you're I'm in Texas, and if you're raped here, you have a $10,000 bounty on your head if you want to get an abortion. That's Sharia law to me.
Well, listen, here's the thing. I think right now we just got to choose our battles. And based on what's been going on in Minnesota, I think.
Can I say something real quick?
Pardon me?
So Muslim is not a race; it's a religion.
It's a culture and a religion.
It's a religion, It's a religion. It's not a race. I have Muslim family, and I am African American. I also practiced Muslim at one point.
Yep.
It's a religion.
It is.
It's a
Yeah.
religion, and
Right.
it's. I don't see the point of y'all disliking Muslim people because you heard something about
Well,
Muslim people.
when you start looking at some of the things that are being broadcast, where their whole goal is to outbreed us in order to get into our political system.
I've heard of this. Yeah, this is extremely problematic. The Great Replacement Theory too. That's the UK's version of the Great Replacement Theory. They say, "Oh, Muslims are going to have 7 kids. They're going to have 2. They're going to outbreed us." This is just very. It's the nativist movement over there. It's the racist movement that they have over there. It's their flavor of racism.
Well, it's here, and if we don't get a hold of it here, we're going to be just like it is in other countries right now.
I doubt it. How old are you?
I'm in my 50s.
And you think they're gonna take over before you're dead?
No, I don't. But that's not the point. The point is that.
What are you worried about?
You got kids and grandkids that have to live in this country after you're gone, or people that are younger.
And you don't want them to look at brown people?
It has nothing to do with brown. See, now we're talking about the difference between brown and religion.
Okay, and
that's a big difference.
What are you worried about? You're talking about them breeding, right? So it's a race of people.
Okay, so let's talk about that. So when you have one man, 17 wives, because it's okay in their culture. 102.
See, this is why you should not speak on it, because not all Muslims believe in having multiple wives. There's different denominations of them. Not all of them believe.
There's Christians that do the same thing.
Yes.
Yeah. Right.
Like literally, we had one of the King Solomon actually 700 wives and like 300 concubines.
Yeah,
Stop
but we're not in
people.
those.
Stop.
We're not in those time. We're not in those times.
Okay, stop
anymore.
picking at people with religion. I am Pentecostal. I'm back Christian again. I'm Pentecostal. Stop picking at people with religion. It's disgusting.
No,
you knew they used to say that black people was gonna erase white people at one point in this country.
No. You're talking watercolored version of like KKK stuff. Like you're doing very watered down version of white supremacist stuff. Nobody in their right minds actually cares.
Let's
about
make
this.
that clear. This has nothing to do with black, white, brown, yellow.
Then what are you worried about the breeding part?
Well, my concern is when it trickles down to 102 children or grandchildren that are now living off the government, that becomes a problem.
Wait, what does living off the government have to do with Muslim or Christianity?
Well, what do you mean besides I'm just saying you culture in this in the United States right now that's their mindset.
Cool.
That's not true. That's deeply problematic. You did just get flagged for hate speech.
People.
I think he just inferred that inherently certain religious people are dangerous. What would he say?
Guys, I was confused. Was he talking about Muslims or was he talking about Mormons? I'm confused.
Yeah.
Multiple wives, 27 kids.
Like
what was going on?
We literally have Christians that believe in multiple wives still to this very day.
We have a fucking TV show about it. It's called Sister Wives.
Trump believes in multiple wives. He's cheated on all of his wives, dude.
It's not even Friday yet. I'm gonna drop down so I can enjoy this Domino pizza. Y'all have fun. I love y'all.
Love you too.
Later, Daquan. Pickles, you're just allowing any old riffraff up here, huh?
I know.
God damn it, Pickles. The drunker I get, the more gorgeous you get. I
Tic
swear
Tac,
to God.
you son of a bitch.
Yeah, I can't
Tic
get
Tac,
enough
thank
of
you
you
so
right now.
much for helping me with all my guys. Everyone needs a glazed TikTok right now for making all of my clips on my channels.
Well, first of all, my name's Tic Tac, not TikTok. But
you
second
said
of all,
what
yeah,
you said.
everybody
The
needs to go over to
A-soft.
YouTube and join. Yeah, it's a soft A, kind of like the D's soft too. Pickles GGS. That's where you guys need to go to YouTube. I'm starting rumors about us, Pickles. I'm telling everybody you're actually my boyfriend. What do you think of that?
Well,
It doesn't bother
that
me.
means that you and I are gonna have to fight there, Tic Tacky.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough.
I'd kiss you on the
Like,
lips.
have fun, man.
All right, get out of here. Hello?
Hi. Yeah, I requested up. I've spoken with Brett before. I requested up because of that guy. The only problem we have in Britain is the far right flag shaggers that just want to go around painting flags of other countries on roundabouts because they're too dumb to recognize that where you place the cross matters. Like, it's just crazy over here at the moment. But we don't have a problem with Islam. We have a problem with schmutzis, just like you, unfortunately. And if they ever try and tell you that you're no longer allowed to pray on the streets in Britain, just know that because we actually care about women that go and have reproductive health care here at present, doesn't mean that you can't pray. You just can't stand and protest outside an AB clinic because that's gross.
Yeah.
And that will get you arrested. We have exclusion
I
zones.
like that. I wish we had that too.
I wish we had exclusion zones for far right people, but alas, one day maybe we'll get there.
Well, thank you for coming up and saying that. I appreciate you. I'm going to get on to the next guest. We love you, and your accent is awesome.
Thank you, Pickles. Enjoy your stream. Take care.
Will do. I could replace that voice with Siri. Easy. What accent? My Siri has an accent? I used to have an Indian accent on my Siri. Brett didn't even say bye? Yeah, I know. You owe me $80? Hello?
So you're saying Trump sucks? Ruben Ross for president? Ruben Ross.
Bro couldn't even get it out. I didn't understand what he said. You do look thank you so much, Gracie. God, people just everybody's gotten violations. Everybody. Chat, tap the screen and give me a follow if you enjoy debates. This is the coolest debate talk on this side of the Mississippi. It's a fact. Do a restart? We have 1,100 people. There's no way. Where are my stickers? The stickers are there. They should be there now. Flying ready and have been for quite a while. Love that. Thank you, Chuck. He hexed you. Burned some sage. Oh, no. Hello?
Bro, I heard you say, oh, no.
Yeah.
Pickles, man, bro. What's going on, dude?
Not much. Just trying to be as manly as possible for you today.
You remember our last conversation, right?
Yeah, you're hating on me because I didn't join the military. I'm a big pussy.
Yeah, why didn't you, bro? Can we talk about that?
Yeah, I was making more money than I would in the military when I was out of high school.
Nah, probably not, bro.
Okay.
So what's up? You hating on Trump today?
Yeah.
I bet you are. I bet you are.
I am.
What are you hating today about, man? Let's talk about it.
I don't know. He sends radicalized people like you to my stream. That could be one thing.
Yeah, but the thing is, bro, is you get paid like $500 a month from the DNC. So, you know, I do this for free, bro. I make plenty of money, bro. I don't need to make any more money.
Listen, we get it. You made
So,
sure everybody
but
knew
the
you
thing
made
is,
a
bro,
lot
is
of
you.
money. You make a
But that's
lot
the
of money. We get it.
my issue, bro. Is you sit at home all day talking shit, bro. Why? Did you not
Because
graduate? Did you not graduate from the drama club when you left high school, or did you want to stay in the drama club?
you're sitting this as a Trump voter. This is what you're gonna say to me? You're gonna say that we're dramatic?
Oh,
The
yeah,
guy
dude.
who's
I'm gonna
up at
say
1
that for
a.m.
sure.
tweeting about pictures of himself in the capital of
He's
Colorado?
up working, bro. Working for you.
He's
Making
literally a
America great.
16-year-old girl. I
Making
can literally
America
imagine
better.
him like painting his nails, like talking the shit he does on Truth Social every day.
You just said Trump paints his nails, bro. That's a far reach. Come on, bro.
I could literally see him doing that, dude.
Come up with something better than that. Oh,
He's-
here's his boyfriend, bro.
Ask
Here's his
Ryan
boyfriend.
about or ask
Here's his
Ryan down here
boyfriend.
about how he doxes people at a law firm from Florida.
Oh, I dox everybody, dude. Trust me, man.
All right. Oh shit! I didn't mean to kick you, Nicholas. You can come back thick. Thank you to Sue for the payment. Sue, thank you for the kick. I love you so much. Ryan is a weirdo, is what Sue says. Love to see it. Ryan, you can come back and try again tomorrow, all right? Try it again. And try it again. Chat. Thank you for all the 1,100 people that were here to witness that. It was beautiful. I didn't mean to kick you, Thickless, by the way. You can come back up. I didn't mean to kick you.
Hello?
Hello?
I'm a bit of a redneck, and I think we should put Room Roster in the office. Do you agree?
Are you out of breath?
A little bit. Do you think Room Roster should be in the office? Yeah!
Crumbly Areolas, thank you for becoming a super fan. Guys.
I don't know what a superfan is, but please.
Pussy Bacon,
Hey, how's it going?
I'm just going to say I like your name, all right? You have a good day.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hi, Shannon. How are you?
Hey, doing better. Do you want some good news?
I do.
All right, so do you know the house that burned down, my mom's house, 2 days before the insurrection? So that's the same district that had the special election in Arizona. That's where my family's house resides. I called Mike Johnson out for not swearing in the congresswoman that represents Arizona to release steps and affairs. I just think it's a big middle finger from my uncle and my cousin who just passed from MAGA saying, go get him, Shannon. Like, that's like the
Wow.
biggest. I know. The connection is insane. I just thought you needed a boost of good news because I
love that. I love that. Chat,
do
if you guys haven't followed Shannon, you should. She has an incredible story. She posts about it on her Substack. You guys should go check it out and read it. Very incredible, insane, tragic stuff. But I think her story should be heard.
Thank you. Honestly, I know Jimmy Kimmel's sister read it and liked it, and I'm pretty sure she helped get my word out to
Wow.
Sinclair. I know it's just fair warning, it is tragic, but I'm trying to look for the positives and try to be positive. And broken glass reflects more light than normal glass would, so that's how I look at my situation.
I love that.
Me too. All right, I have to hop off, but thank you for having me up. I wanted to share some good news.
Anytime. Much love, Shannon.
I just gave her a follow. I'll have to read her story. I'm up here just to do mod things for you. So I see we have like over 1,000 people in here, and the likes are moving so slowly. What is happening, y'all? You need to get to tapping. Let's get up to 250,000 likes. It's going to help get more people in here. If you haven't sent your heart me's, I don't know why you haven't. You need to send them now. Pickles, let's see. You need to reset your gift goal so that other people can gift you. So he's going to get that gift goal set up, but keep double tap that screen. And 108 shares is really sad for 1,000 people. So let's get those shares to 200 here in the next couple minutes. All right. I love y'all. Smooches. Love you, Pickles. I'm going to hop back down. Hope you get some people in here.
Smoochy Badoochies. Chat. The gift is 4 Thor hammers. It was randomized, but I'm kind of down for it. They're kind of big gifts though. Ryan, you have to come back tomorrow. Someone paid to kick you. You have to come back 24 hours later tomorrow. Oh shit. Trish, thank you so much. RJ, what's up? I like the hammers, chat. And you guys, anybody else local to DFW? You guys know what's his name? Not Brian Longcar. The Hammer. I will hammer and hammer to get what you deserve. Hello?
Yeah, hammer time.
What's up, Bub? Are you a Trump supporter?
You better betcha. You know who this is, Terry. Don't play games with me.
Did you call me Terry?
Yeah. Jerry, Terry, Larry, Pickles, Dickles.
It's not Terry or Jerry or any of those.
You realize that you guys are going to get your teeth kicked in the midterms, right? You realize that, right?
Do you want to actually debate politics, or are you here to
Yeah, what do
Jersey
you want
talk?
to debate? What do you want to debate? Sizzler?
I think did you say Sizzler?
Yeah, sizzle lips. What do you want to debate?
Sizzle lips?
What do you want to debate?
I think Trump is a horrible leader.
Yeah. You think Kamala would have did better, don't you?
Yeah.
You should do stand up instead of trying to run a group of pinheads talking.
I don't have to. You guys do it for me.
So a guy that works 20 hours a day, that you may agree or disagree, you might likely disagree with everything he does. You can't respect that. You can't respect someone that doesn't want to.
Doesn't he just golf all the time?
Yeah, he golfs all the time. I mean, dude, the guy. What did he do?
We have
the
a golf
other day?
tracker. We can see this. He's probably golfing right now.
He flew to meet our military as a leader. They're all ecstatic about it, and then
they're ecstatic.
And then of course flies home. Yeah, ecstatic. Then flies back to the White House, and brings up that he knocked all the America were being played a fool to pay for all the research and development for all these drug manufacturers and got our costs down. You don't think that's a guy? I mean,
didn't Biden do that? Biden did that way better. He actually did get. Trump has not accomplished that yet, right? He's just yapping about it. He has not accomplished that.
You're a fool, dude.
Biden actually got.
Biden didn't do shit.
Biden actually he got like 12 medications negotiated down for Medicare. He actually absolutely did.
You think Biden did that? They couldn't talk and couldn't walk. Okay, well,
Trump can't even make a sentence.
That's why
dude.
you're a pinhead.
It can only good, not bad. You think Trump said that in his meeting with Pfizer? It can only good, not bad.
That's why you're a pinhead, dude. That's why
it can only good, not bad, dude.
That's why you, and then you people listen to 3% of people with purple hair and earrings all throughout their face, yell and scream, and you don't want to talk about those people. You want to agree with them and pat them on the back as if they're not.
I don't care if people have colored hair. I don't care about that.
Understand one thing, dude. Okay, 30% at best of the public agree with you. Understand
okay, and
that.
same with you. You only won by 1.7%.
You're fucking wrong. You're wrong. Okay. 70%.
Right, the whole world doesn't agree with you. We have data on this. The whole world thinks that Trump's horrible. The whole world.
Data by who? Your other
Pew Research.
Friends?
Pew Research.
Listen to me.
The whole world.
You witnessed the election, dude. It was a fucking obliteration. It was an ass kick.
I get you probably rewatch it like a Cowboys VHS tape. I get it, but he's in office now, and we get to see what he's doing. We get to see what he's doing, and it's real bad. It sucks.
Yeah. Oh, and then Biden. Look, what you want to talk about? When the lady, the dude, I don't know if it's a boy or a girl, but in the women's NBA. The 7-foot black girl that had some sort of
Brittany
drug.
Griner?
Yeah.
She had marijuana with her. Some sort of drug.
Yeah,
Give me a
and
fucking break.
they locked her up in wherever it was. I believe it was Russia.
Russia. Yeah, and we got her back.
And Biden and a pack of fucking morons let out like 200 axe murderers to get her
Dog,
back.
Trump let
Okay?
out 5,000 terrorists from jail. You can
You're
fucking
full of shit.
spare me. He let them
Here.
go in fucking Afghanistan. He let 5,000 Taliban free in Afghanistan.
dude, here,
Give
listen,
me
I-
a fucking break, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
Give me
Here,
a break.
Listen, I like this.
He released 1,500 domestic terrorists locally in the United States after they stormed January 6th.
Show me that. Show me proof of that.
He
Oh,
pardoned
January
all the January 6ers.
Yeah, all the patriots, right? That got
All the I
accused-
thought they were all
that got
Antifa.
accused- That got accused of things that they didn't even fucking do, dude. They
A
got
whole
railroaded.
jury actually decided that they do these things.
check
It's on
out-
video. We have footage. We have more video of this than anything in history. You
Check
think they
out-
were just wrongly accused? It's everywhere, man.
Wait, hold on. Stop laughing. You sound like a fucking idiot, dude.
You're
Here.
saying funny things.
Yeah. So here, when the people that were, remember when they put on that with what's her name, Cheney's crazy Cheney's, half a fucking man boy, girl, Liz Cheney, and the other guy, the black guy with the beard.
You think
When
Liz
those
Cheney's
two-
half a boy?
Yeah, she's an animal. She's a man. I wouldn't fuck
the
her with your
fuck
dick
are you
and
talking
your
about?
fucking sister pushing. But anyway, so they put on that one.
You dehumanize people when you don't agree with them?
Yeah. So the people that disagreed with that show, that one-sided show, why wouldn't they put both sides on?
Because they
remember when
didn't
we
want
had
them.
that, like,
Because the people who were trying to be on that panel were under investigation. Why would they
No,
put them
you-
on the panel?
Yeah. Here, I gotta go. You gotta stop watching the View to get your news, dude. It's making
Never
your mind
watched
a
The View in
fucking
my
mug.
life, Bozo Biden. Sorry.
you're a
Stop
pinhead.
reading fucking Truth Social. Stop consuming fucking Breitbart. Liz Cheney's a what? Nobody thinks what you said is coherent. Hello?
Yo.
What's up? Are you a Trump supporter?
No, I just have a question for you really quick,
Mhm.
if you don't mind. Have you heard the name Nathan Taylor
I don't think so.
and the ETA, the Election Truth Alliance? And what
Okay, I've seen some of this stuff. DM me about it. I don't want to perpetuate any unfounded claims. Yellow? Sharon?
No, I was just coming on here to tell him to put the vodka down. He was drunk. Dude was drunker than a skunk. They all are, though. You do a good job, and I love you.
I love you back. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Hello? Hello? The military was not protected from the shutdown, so our soldiers are not getting paid. Sucks. Hello?
Hello?
Are you a Trump
Right.
supporter?
Yes. So I need to discuss with you.
Oh, pause. Pump the brakes, essay. How old are you?
Okay. How old am I?
Yeah.
I am 16.
Get out of here. 18 and older, guys. Fetus deletus. I lost my Harry Potter wand, y'all. We'll find it. We'll find it. We'll find it. Hello?
Oi! You disrespecting Ruben Rosa after me? I want to debate with you about Donald Trump. Donald Trump?
I thought you were Steve for a second. Everybody says I look like Steve from Blue's Clues. I'm never going to escape this. Guys, I'm not fucking... Chat, I hate you so much. Chat, F you, chat. I hate you so much. God damn it. Ryan, someone paid to kick you. Ryan, someone paid to kick you. You have to come back tomorrow. Come back tomorrow, okay? Come back tomorrow, Ryan. Go polish your Trump Buddha statue. Come back tomorrow. Let's pay to kick him again. Hello?
Hello?
Hi, are you a Trump supporter?
No. I
W.
think Ruben Rosa should be president.
God damn
Ruben
it.
Rosa.
Charge him $80 to come back. Brett, I mean, Ryan, if you're super rich, you could afford to come back, can't you? You could come back, you just gotta pay $80. You're super rich, right? Should be nothing. Damn, Bozo Biden got restricted too? Everybody's getting the heat, dude. TikTok's out here fucking Oprah Winfrey with these violations. My Cash App Venmo's in the bio, Rai. Then it's $120 to kick him again. 160? Right. I don't wake up for less than $80 in the Venmo. I don't get out of bed. Did Trump take over TikTok? I've got decent viewers right now, so maybe. I don't know. I'm not scared. I'm operating within capitalism. We're negotiating now. Chat, negotiate. Take my lightweights for me, guys. I got bigger fish to fry. Take my lightweights. Ruben Rosser president. Who is that? How's my hand tattoo? It is good. It is good. When you see how gorgeous that stippling is, chat. Ugh, it's so badass. And you guys, this is where it's healing up. You see all those red marks? Those were like chemical burns or some shit. Rai. I thought we were like candy paint all in my range, dripping stains when I switch lanes. Put up dark pickles. Yeah, let's do it. Guess button's gone. All right, one sec. Yeah, that was Paul Wall. Good catch. Why am I running? Dude, I am sediment. Sediment? What do you call it when you sit in a chair all day? I thought the economy was roaring, chat. I thought the economy was on fire. You guys are just, you could take some of those tax breaks, some of that tax break money and give it to Papa Pickles. Since I helped. Stationary, sedentary, thank you. Sedentary. I'm thinking of rocks. I'm thinking of geology when I say sedimentary. Sedentary. Thank you, guys. Breaking President Trump's determined that the U.S. is now engaged in a formal armed conflict with drug cartels, according to confidential memo obtained by ABC. Ryan. Right. We have a system, all right? If you want to talk to Trump, you got to donate to his Dogecoin. If you want to talk to me, you got to hit the Venmo. I don't make the rules. I just work here. There goes the price of yayo. There's no box. Okay, hold on. There's no button. Let me see. I can't multi-guest anybody. Infectious with the sub. Thank you so much. God damn it, the echo. I can't multi-guest anyone. I've gotten too many violations. Too many people are getting link mic permission denied. My multi-guest is literally turned off for this live, y'all. They revoked guest requests. Whoa. Okay. All right. I guess we're going to restart. Chat, follow the stream. Don't forget to come right back and tap so we can get some more debates. I will see you guys in just a sec. Still no access? I want to read my box real quick. Christina says, hey, you're awesome. When you told the guy to go polish his gold Buddha statue of Trump, I laughed out loud in the grocery store and everyone looked at me like I was crazy. Thank you so much. Thank you, Christina. Still no box. But I don't know how any of that works. I think you can repeal the flag. Okay, let me see. This is insane. You've been suspended from going live for violating community guidelines. Hate speech, guest violation. All right, I just appealed it. I don't know if this is gonna... This is not good. This is not good. We've got a backup account. We lost guest privileges. We can go live, but I can't... No guests. But I got report. No, it was hate speech. It was hate speech from my guest. It said that my guest violated hate speech guidelines. And I kicked them as soon as they got violation, so... Switch accounts. Can I do YouTube phone? YouTube's a little low right now. Let me see. YouTube has only got 30 people. Did my appeal go through? Let me see. Please be nice. Please be nice. We wait. We wait. Still no button. Yeah. Hold on. No more strays for women or Buddhists, please. I'll do my best. I do talk shit about religion openly, though. If it's not your thing, I might not be your guy. Even if you'll probably have to restart, yeah. All right, no update just yet. No update just yet. Until my appeals, yeah, I ever get it. Appeals could be as soon as 30 seconds. Could be real easy. Did I find my wand yet? No. I do have my orange glasses. Saying stuff like Trump is a girl. We don't claim him. I get a ban. And now I'm bashful. We got a ban, and now I'm bashful. I didn't know. Ryan, keep up. I don't have guest privileges. Ryan, wake up. Do you see a guest box? We're trying to sort this out, bro. Anybody bring a deck of cards? Stream got nuked, Nemo. Yeah, no guest privileges. They just take away your guest box now. You can still pay, right? You can pay. It wasn't for me. You did get a violation. Did you? It was someone, I don't know. Every guest I've had, maybe besides you, got a violation. They did this to Dean a week ago. Struggle's real. Now's your chance, Pickles. Phone line again. Do we have people? There's only 38. Gotta give Pickles a call. Said hi. My phone line's also off too. I need to take this off. My Steam Deck is off, so my life is just unmanageable right now. My Steam Deck's not working, so I have to manually do these things. It's closed for the night. Pickles box is closed for the night. I can hop on my alt. What are we doing? Chat. What are we even doing? Let's go get tacos. Let's go get tacos and we'll come back and we'll... Ooh! Love those. Thank you, Kristen. That's what I said. My bad. Let's get tacos. Do you guys want to go on a date? Good Trouble's getting a tattoo right now? Is he streaming tattoos? No way. Good Trouble. Good Trouble. He learned from the best. He's running for he learned from the best, y'all. Streaming tattoos. Come on. What are you Pickles? I'm just kidding. Good Trouble's the man. There he is! Yo! He's in there getting a tattoo. He's getting it tattoo. No multi-guest, y'all. No multi-guests. I always want to be your date. You stop it. You stop it. You were watching it earlier? Guys, now I need to get tattooed. Fuck. Multipass? Dallas Corbin? Did Pickles ever get her pup pop? She doesn't like pup pops, but I gave her her puppy pop, her treats. Yeah. I'm saving for a car. I'm actually not. I've actually played around with this recently. This is news. My credit is good, but I don't have good credit history. So like I have like 6 months of good credit, 8 months, and I can't even get approved for like the Apple card. So we've got a few more months of good credit to go before I can actually get approved for a car. So technically, yes, we can be saving for a car, but I also have this weird shit on my arm where it's like halfway finished tattoo and I really want to finish it. I have good history. Like I have my credit score, we're in the mid 700s right now, but I'm getting rejected for credit lines because they're like, you have a good credit score, but your history's not, you don't have very much history. Join a credit union for real. You're the reason that I'm adding my Dune sleeve. Fuck. Damn it, Taylor. I'm so jelly. Credit's such a scam, I agree. You have to have it for a year. Feed that belly and pickles. Yeah. Yeah, I also need to order Amazon groceries too. Don't let me forget. We can take a taco break and come back. Can I be your driver? Of course. Credit Karma isn't real. Credit Karma is very real. I know my guest box is missing. I know. I'm banned. Bozo Biden just called me Dickles. I get it, because it's like a penis. It's funny. Your channel blows. Well, Trump sucks. Guys, we're gonna go get tacos. I'll see you guys in just a second. We're gonna go live with my taco phone, and